hopefully. I'm gonna double check the. Got X out of all my porn tabs on here. Got a million of them. A million. Um,
I don't think we're live. I don't see that we're live on YouTube. Oh yeah, we are. Never
We
mind.
are.
okay, there we go. We are live. So I didn't put out a notification, but I'm sure people will jump on because that's normally how it goes. I literally just heard myself say porn tabs. Okay. Anyways, we'll wait a few seconds for people to get on. And where's my chat? There's the chat. Public messages. You guys see my hey?
Yeah.
Yep.
Very good. Well, we gotta wait another minute. If we have one, if we only have one, then we'll have one. We'll have a good time. See, eventually we're gonna get a schedule, and we'll stick to that. Hopefully, forever. What are you looking at, James? Oh, I see Charlie.
What's up, Charlie?
Oh, faithful Charlie. I knew he'd be on here.
Charlie. Yo.
Hoo. Sea dog.
Arr,
We
arr,
have,
arr.
we have a sea dog and a K dog. Hey, are you like lasering that tattoo off?
I am. That's why it looks like trash, but yeah,
Oh,
Well,
it,
let me.
it's the worst pain ever.
jeez, oh man.
That's what I heard. I heard it's absolutely terrible. Hey Charlie, how's it going, man? My son told me he was asking you about some martial arts.
Like if I could imagine hell, I would just be getting laser tattoo removal 24 hours a day. That's hell.
I'm trying to think what my worst hell would be. I really hate doing dishes. I hate doing dishes.
Jeez. Your hell is doing dishes. Mine's getting laser tattoo removal. Wow.
So Tom, do you remember we worked at Doughboys for a little while together?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I would make $50 on tips. I'd pay someone like $15 to do like 10 minutes worth of dishes for me. Or like if I have a lot of dishes, I'd pay him 20.
I do remember that.
I fucking hate doing dishes, dude. Doing dishes are absolutely terrible.
What is it about doing dishes that bothers you so much?
The monotony of it. I don't know, sticking my hand in like some cold fucking water with like food particles floating around in there. Like, ooh, what was that? It's awful.
Well, I
So-
mean, that's why you're supposed to scrape them out first, but
You guys want to hear something weird? I have a weird habit about doing dishes. When I
Yeah.
wash dishes, I put on like latex gloves.
dude,
Really?
my mom did that in like 1987.
Well, I was born in 1987, so
Wow. So, okay. Do you use the yellow ones, like the yellow kitchen?
no, I use like blue, just rubber gloves, like doctors and stuff would use. It's like I'm
Yeah,
going
dude.
in to do surgery. I'm like,
She had these yellow ones that went almost to her elbow. I remember standing there washing dishes. Do you put on an apron?
no.
Okay,
Don't
thank
do an
God.
apron. You don't go that
Thank
far.
God. Yeah, don't do that.
Oh yeah, okay. So I was thinking of Tom. Do you remember was there 9 circles of hell?
Yeah,
Okay.
Dante's Inferno. Yeah.
Okay, I can't remember all the different punishments, but I know there's like lust, gluttony, greed, wrath. I think lying, right, or fraud, or that treachery.
Yeah, there's betrayers. That's the most inner circle with like
Yeah.
Judas and
Judas, Brutus, and Cassius, and that's where
Yeah.
Satan. And that's where like hell's frozen over, right? Isn't that like
yeah,
cold
it's
as
like
hell?
ice cold. Yeah.
And there's like 3 heads of Satan chewing on these guys. It's the greatest
Yeah, and like
betrayers in history.
and like scratching on their backs repeatedly with his claws. Yeah.
Ooh, I need that right now. My back itches.
E-dub.
All right, Chad Bryan, aprons are masculine. When I cook, when I was thinner and handsome, I had a leather and denim apron. It's actually on my Instagram, Tom, and it looks pretty dapper, I have to say.
Yeah, now the strings don't reach. You can't even tie it.
Pretty
Unfortunate.
much. I got it tied around like my leg. That's pretty much it. Yeah, so I read this book on going to hell when I was like working at Giant Eagle as a cashier. I just took it off the shelf. I'd read it every time I was there. It's called My Visit to Hell. It was a very visual. Like it was just, yeah, it was inspired by Dante's Inferno. Yeah.
Is,
Anyway,
is that
S.
based on a
Marine,
real story, like somebody's really real experience, or?
I can't remember. I just remember how vivid it was describing all the, the different layers of hell, which I'm not sure the official stance on hell having all these different layers. I'm not sure if the church actually recognized that as a canon thing, but definitely very. I mean, the Bible talks about different layers of heaven. I'm pretty sure in hell, but yeah,
What's funny is my algorithm on YouTube's been feeding me a lot of those videos about people that have supposedly died and went to hell. Been
you
watching a few of those.
remember when we won't say who, my relative had a dream about going to hell,
Yeah,
and
that
he,
was
and he
that,
like left his. You were
that was a traumatic
Saline,
experience.
hey, our friend Saline is here. What's up?
where is she?
Celine, what's up, Celine? Hey, that was a
Hey,
traumatic
what's up?
experience, by the way, Shane. Like very traumatic.
Yeah, yeah. I remember the story you told me about it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
by the way, saline, we got caves and we got hot air balloons. So very nice, very nice. I always
Hey,
mistake Amy's
Marie
tattoo for
S.
chest hair.
Marie S610.
No,
Yeah, the
not,
T-dub
not,
thing.
not,
Uh,
not, not hair. Unfortunately,
Jamie.
because that'd be kind of hot. I think the women might like that, but no, just an ugly
No,
tattoo
it'd be
that I'm
like
getting
Joe
lasered.
Dirt's. It'd be Joe Dirt's beard. Remember
It'd be
Joe Dirt's
Joe.
beard?
I remember Joe Burr. Yeah, I remember.
Jamie,
Remember?
if it's personal, you don't have to get into it. I meant to ask you actually the other day why are you getting it removed? If you don't want to share it publicly,
No, no,
that's
no. It's
fine.
it's perfectly fine. So I just never loved the tattoo. Honestly, once I got it and I looked at it in the mirror, I'm like, man, I just messed up. So my dad would torture me about it. Well, he still tortures me about it and says it looks like Bigfoot. Doesn't look like Jesus Christ. It looks like Bigfoot. So, uh, so it's something I've been mulling for a long time. A lot of people don't know this story though. They might have seen it on some of our videos, but I'm actually doing the tattoo removal myself. I'm pretty crazy.
That's pretty
Wait,
wild. Yeah.
wait, what do you mean you're doing it yourself?
So I bought the machine. I bought a laser removal machine. Because when I went there, man, they quoted me
Imagine
like,
just putting that thing on you like this, like.
dude,
Ah!
dude, they quoted me like $5,000. So, dude, I went like to China and I bought one for like 800. So I know it's like giving me like probably cancer, skin cancer on my chest and stuff. But you know what? It's better than having
Dude,
this blasphemous image of God of Jesus
dude,
Christ on
that'd
my
be
chest.
like the equivalent of you walking yourself into like a CIA black site and waterboarding yourself.
Dude, it's comparable. I mean, the pain is just, it's pretty intense. Yeah, I got to really prep and really mentally get myself there. And then I have to ice it for like an hour. I got some numbing cream, and it still feels like Satan is taking his claws and just ripping my chest to shreds.
So you are laser removing a tattoo off of yourself.
It's pretty
So this
hardcore,
is-
right?
This is the scene that made me think of hold on, of Joe Dirt.
Yeah.
It's right here.
Oh yeah, Callum, I am for real.
Okay.
I should record that and show everybody.
This is the scene. All right, hold on.
Except for the ratty stash and the pork chop, pretty clean shaven for a kid who lives in a trash can.
Well, I don't need to shave because it don't grow in right here and right,
Right
here.
here.
Now you're telling me that you were
I know
so
that
ingrained
feeling.
with white trash DNA that your facial hair actually grows in on its own, all white trashy like that?
I don't know what you're saying, but that's what's going on. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I haven't seen that movie in 20 years. I fucking love that movie. So
I
much.
was gonna say I haven't seen that movie in forever.
That's such a freaking good movie. Okay, it's still on there. Is it still on there? I'm still trying to get used to this. No, it went off, didn't it?
No, it's off.
Oh, well, look at that. Anyway, so I got a list of things to talk about, but
Well, listen,
I did want.
Shane.
Yeah.
Before we get into that, let me address the elephant in the room here. So Jamie, off camera before we started and we were doing sound checks and everything, you asked me what I was eating. Okay.
Yeah.
I got for Christmas from a business associate one of these little assorted chocolate things,
Oh, nice.
the boxes. But here's the problem. If you'll notice, it doesn't have one of those maps on it. So you don't know
Oh,
what's
God.
what.
You don't know what you're eating.
I don't know what I'm eating. It's a gamble.
You're walking through a fucking chocolate minefield, and you don't know what the hell's gonna blow up in your mouth and be delicious or.
So
not.
this is my cheat day here. I've got my box of chocolates and I got my world famous A&W root beer, which I so very
Ooh.
love.
A&W
Oh.
root beer.
I like Barks root beer too. I have to say.
A&W is
Barks.
like it's like the nectar of the gods.
So at Jamie's house, growing up, they didn't drink water ever.
No,
Like,
no
literally.
water.
I think that's pretty problematic now that I remember thinking back then, it was problematic that no one drank water.
Yeah.
And I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Why did you guys never put your fucking pop in the fridge like as a default?
Oh no. Yeah, I still don't.
Like
Oh,
it's a like you know what I mean? Like they just put it on the floor.
Yeah. We would just put the 24 pack on the floor, drink it room temperature. And mind you, we had no air conditioning growing up. So when
Yeah.
it was 95 degrees out, that stuff was almost steaming. And we would just chug it down, baby. Chug it down.
I remember your brother had Dr. Pepper. Your other brother had Mountain Dew. What did you have?
What I have? I had a little bit of everything, Mountain Dew, Coca-Cola, pretty much whatever my dad bought, but really
He never bought
Mountain
me
Dew.
anything.
No, he never bought you anything. Actually, he starved you quite
Yeah, he did.
regularly.
He tried to
He'd bring
starve
it-
me out of there.
He'd bring
He
us
thought I would
some
leave.
snacks, and he'd be like, "Shane, got nothing for you."
Yeah, he literally. You go, "Oh, sorry, Shane, didn't know you were here." And your mom be like, "Oh, Dave, he's been here for days. I don't know what to tell you." God,
Yeah, but no,
I had to steal. Let me tell you a story. I stole M&Ms one time. They're the shitty M&Ms too. The ones in a blue package. I don't think they make them anymore. They're like
the caramel ones, baby. They had like
they're like
caramel in the
peanut
middle.
butter. They're like peanut butter. Some shit.
Oh no, those are great. The peanut butter
No,
ones
it-
are in the red bag.
No, it wasn't. No, it
I
wasn't peanut
know.
butter.
I know my M&Ms.
It wasn't like Reese's Pieces. It was in a blue package. They don't make them anymore. I stole them from our Jared, your younger brother.
Yeah.
oh,
God bless him. And this motherfucker said he caught me doing it. I think I hid it and he found it. So he told me I had to give him my holographic Vaporeon Pokemon card, which was worth like $40. Which back
Damn.
then, $40 in 1999,
that was a fortune.
that's a much higher purchasing power than it is
Mhm.
now. And I didn't do it. So he told you. Then you lectured me in the side of the yard. You were like, I don't know, 18, and I was like 11 or 12. He lectured me on stealing from family.
Oh my god, I remember that.
And I just
I
remember
remember that.
thinking how fucking hungry I was.
Yeah, that was mean. I want to go ahead and apologize for that. That was actually mean. Yeah.
Well, I should have stole, but your fucking dad never got me shit.
Listen, I would have probably done the same thing if I had the opportunity. To be honest with you. Yeah. Callum. Yeah, I really am removing my own tattoo with a laser from China, and it's
They're shooting these little nanobots in you so they could spy on us some more.
probably yeah,
That's what
absolutely.
they're doing.
That you doing that is one of the funniest things I've heard in like the last probably 2.5 years.
That's like an
Dude.
episode of Seinfeld. That's an episode of Seinfeld.
100%.
Sometimes I make these decisions, and I don't think I think them out all the way. If I would have done the 4,000 or 5,000, it would already be done. I'd probably not have this tattoo, but it hurts so bad. I put off like 4 or 5 months in between treatments because like it's unbearable. And the first time I did it, I mean, there was like blood coming out of my chest.
Dude, I don't know why you don't just keep it, dude.
I just hate it.
I don't think it looks that bad personally.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Well,
got
now it looks really bad because it's it's partly gone. I mean, you can see.
yeah. I mean,
I'll tell you what. When you were fatter, it looked worse.
Oh, when I was fatter, Jesus' face was all stretched
It
out.
looked
He
like
had
Jesus
no offense to anyone.
committed a sin of gluttony.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
had
that's what it looked like.
he had Asian eyes. Like no offense, but he had Asian eyes,
Yeah.
and because he was just stretched out, man. He looked obese. like me. He's
Bro,
obese like me.
as a man who is covered in tattoos, I can tell you I don't think it looks bad at all, personally. But I mean, you have to be comfortable with it. It's on your body. So
You have any tattoos you regret?
me?
Yeah.
I
I thought you did. I have one. And so I don't even regret it. I just regret gaining weight. But that's like my whole life. So I have a lot of regrets about gaining weight. But it's on my left side, like on my hip, like real close to the groin.
Mm.
It just says "Get lucky."
I do remember that.
Yeah, last time you were down there, you saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I should open like bootleg Third Street Reactions tattoo removal. Anybody need a tattoo removed?
Yeah, you
Like
go on
20
Third Street next to the tattoo place, and you have like a tattoo removal place right next door.
right next
You know,
door.
you know what would be smart is that the tattoo guys got into tattoo removal business too.
I think some of them are doing that. I think
Yeah.
some of them are.
He'd be like Elvis Presley's manager who sold "I Love Elvis" shirts and "I Hate Elvis" shirts.
So
Genius.
the funniest tattoo I ever physically saw, and I'm gonna pre-warn everybody, it's weird because of where it is on my buddy's body.
Yeah.
But it was my buddy one day was like, "Hey, do you want to see my new tattoo?" And I was like, "Sure." And he's like, "Well, I gotta tell you, it's down near my area." And I was like,
Yeah.
whatever, dude. I don't care. Just." So he pulls his pants down like part of the way, and it was a pickle with a joint, smoking a joint, and smoke's coming up, and the pickle was pushing a lawnmower, and the lawnmower looked like it had, and he had shaved like a patch in his,
What?
hairy section, and it looked like a pickle smoking a joint, mowing the grass.
It just sounds like a scene in West Virginia
It looks like something that you would see
Yeah.
on like Beavis and Butthead.
or Newport.
Was drugs involved when he got that?
Maybe,
go.
but I thought it was funny, but
So you got a matching one, right?
I considered it, but I didn't.
Okay.
So, anyways, I had a list of things we could talk about, and I have to admit, I do want to watch some of these funny ass fucking videos that my friend sent me. And I saw one of these on Instagram a while back, and it was the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. But first of all, let's adjust the chat. Any tattoo regrets? Alien smoking weed on my hip. I'm from Callum. Had one above my eyebrow. I had to laser off. I regretted from Callum. Oh man, that's 2 regrets.
Wow.
Did
How was the
they
pain,
say
Callum? Was it as bad as I described?
swag? Just join. Tom smoking a pickle. Okay. Anyways, so oh, fuck my ass. All right. So I really think this is so funny. If it's not as funny as I think, just let me know. I think it is fucking funny.
Well, you're hyping it up a lot, so I really hope
Just
it's funny.
hiding under the bed pranks where people grab
Oh,
their
those
feet.
are funny.
Oh my gosh, dude. So we're going to watch some of those real quick before we actually get on, because I think it'd be good to start with a laugh because, guys, I didn't say this earlier. This is Tom's birthday, or at least yesterday was his birthday. So it's kind of a happy birthday, Tom podcast. And Tom, I'm going to ask you about your birthday as soon as we watch some of these, okay?
Let's do it.
All right.
Not that it matters, but my birthday is Monday.
Oh, is it really?
It is
All right, man. Let's
December
go.
8th. You know,
Didn't know
It's
that
fine.
shit at all.
like fine wine, baby.
All right. I'm about to share here in a second.
How you feel about your birthday, though, Tom? You feel good about? Like you look forward to it every year?
Yeah, I'll answer after we watch this.
Oh yeah.
All right. You guys ready?
Let's do it.
Okay. That wasn't that funny.
Calm down. Nothing going on.
That seemed a little fake. See, I'm fucking running. I'm running.
You're doing that. He ran into a door.
Well, good. Let's find another one. Let's find another one. Oh, these moving doll pranks are funny as hell too.
Oh, the moving doll ones
The
are
move-
so
dude, God,
funny,
they're so
man.
fucking funny, man.
Oh,
How's the chat, by the way? I could see Shane having this happen
Hey,
as a prank from Mark. My dad would hide up on the bracing himself up in the hallway, smoking a cigarette. They could drop down behind me like fucking Solid Snake at Metal Gear Solid, whoop my ass. But
hey, my buddy, Josh Levoff. What's up, my dude?
what's up, Josh?
Thanks for hopping on, brother. Appreciate it.
Happy belated birthday to Deal.
Oh, deal. Hey, happy birthday, man. Okay.
There's a funny prank when this guy gets on an elevator and he starts dancing. Well, he has an accomplice on there that's not dancing. And he's like, dance. And the guy doesn't dance. And he says like 2 or 3 times and finally just slaps the shit out of him. Well, of course, there's other people in the elevator and he looks at them and says, dance. And they immediately start dancing.
Jeez, that's long as hell. I'm not gonna do that one. It's a prank?
Yeah, it's a prank. Yeah, he's got a buddy that is in on it. He fake slaps him across the head, but it looks kind of real. And then he looks at the person who is being pranked and says, dance. They dance very quickly.
Well, the problem is, I think some of these are fake, and when I think they're not fake, if I can't enjoy them if I think they're fake. You know what I mean?
It's just so hard to tell, honestly.
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. The moving doll ones. If I was just like casually sitting there and that happened, I've seen too much. You know, like I've lived
Yeah.
too much.
All right, let's push play.
What? Oh, hell no.
Oh,
You don't jump
Yeah,
on
I'm
the bed.
getting out of
You get the
Yeah,
hell
yeah,
out of
yeah.
here.
No.
It's a rookie move.
Oh my god! What the heck? No.
oh no,
No.
I'm gone. I'm out.
What the? Okay, I'm out.
This wasn't that good, except the
Daddy!
Day.
that was all right. That was all right. Now, possessed doll pranks. Let's look at these right here. Does this mean Shane is aging like McDonald's? I don't know. I don't know what the context is, but probably. Probably.
Yeah, I think so.
Reminder of how do you feel about birthday Tom? Okay, we'll remember. All right, let's go to this next one over here. Dude, this is so long.
I like the ones on the elevator too, where it goes dark, and then the demon comes out like the side panel, and the lights come back on.
I've never seen those.
Oh my god, it is fantastic.
It sounds awful. Okay. Let's do these right here. All right.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Yeah, man. You see,
No.
no.
Oh damn.
Jesus Christ!
Oh my
Sit
gosh.
down. Oh God.
That poor lady.
Is that
I
Chucky?
think it's funny when they just stand there.
Oh hell no! Oh no!
I've seen this guy. Oh shit, that's a good one. That's a good one.
No way, man. Forget it.
The guy at the end I've seen before. And there's another one. Okay. There's the same guy at the end that's in the beginning of this one.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Like my instincts to get violent. Honestly, when someone like scares me or something, like I want to start swinging. Usually, I don't run. It's like fight or flight. Like I'm ready to throw down.
I feel like I'm always like that, except before I moved, I was walking from here to my parents' basement, and then I think I was just watching something on fucking Aliens. Well, for some odd fucking reason, Malachi was hiding. Like, you know, when you walk out of here, like, you know,
Scare you to death.
you know, like he was on the left side, like on the side of the building, and I was walking. I went right, started walking towards the house, and then he went like he took his feet, and he shuffled them like that. So I fucking just started sprinting. And I fucking like rolled my ankle. I went, fuck! I'm thinking this is how I fucking die, and it was him. And he
Pretty.
just sort of, yeah. It was obviously before he had surgery. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But okay, let's watch this one. Don't hear nothing.
What the heck? Dude.
Oh God, it's music. This-
All I wanted to do was play with you.
Poor girl.
Oh, it's the same one but different
So
angle.
it's the same one.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
reversed it.
They
Okay,
reversed it. Yeah.
it's a good trick.
Man, making it float and everything.
Same one, different angle. Fuck. It should look.
He dropped the back.
This is the same one again, but pretty funny. He just fucking just got the hell out of there. All right. Well, I thought it'd be a little funny. I don't want to watch this 20-minute one, but okay. So, Tom, how was your birthday? I know you're a little old to get birthday gifts, but
Yeah, I
you do have kids, so
yeah, it was quiet, which is how I like it. I way too old and the whole partying days are, long gone. It's always a time for me to kind of reflect and think
How old are you?
about. I just turned 38,
yeah.
which sounds crazy to say it out loud, man.
Yeah, I know.
I don't, Shane, I mean, you just did a little over a month ago, but
Mm-hmm.
like, I don't know about you, but I don't feel 38.
Yeah, I don't feel 38. I feel out of shape. I definitely don't feel 38 because I feel like I got a lot of energy. I feel like I am young at heart. I got a lot of interests that are, I don't know, a lot of old timers that I grew up with having. So yeah.
Yeah, I just it was nice, man. I had to work. It was a really, really long day work wise, but yeah, I just kind of hung out and did my thing. And thank you everybody who
He's playing. He's frozen.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not frozen now, but what's up?
it was pretty awesome. We have a really cool, so it was awesome.
I mean, literally, whatever you said, I didn't hear it because
Well, did everyone else hear? Because I'm not going to repeat it just for you.
No,
What do
you
you
froze
care if
for
you-
about 20 seconds.
You
Me?
froze. Yeah, you
Yeah.
froze. Yeah.
I gave this like great speech about. All right. Well, I'll just say again. Thank you to everybody who gave kind wishes and thoughts for me for my birthday. It kind of just made me realize how great of a community we have here at 3rd Street. It was
Aw.
really cool and really reflective to know that we have such kind-hearted people as part of our community. So I'm looking forward to growing, but I'm also cherishing these moments where we're still small enough where we can interact with everybody and just still have that special connection, you know?
I mean, on my old channel, that's what it was like even when we were big, at least when I was there. I don't know about now. But anyways, you did tell me you got something cool for your birthday. That's why I brought it up.
Yeah, man. So my boss, God bless his heart, man, he wrapped it in like newspaper. And he's a really, really good, like, I'm terrible at wrapping gifts. Like, they always look ugly and they look like a kid did it. I'm taping pieces all together, but he's a really great wrapper. Like, it looks professionally done, but it was in like newspaper, old newspaper, not new newspaper. He found old newspaper. And I was
That's
like,
the
what?
character.
It's just a box on my desk. And he's like, it just said like happy birthday wire on it or whatever. I was like, oh, what is this? And I open up and it's cool because it's one of the Xbox allies, which is pretty awesome.
What?
You got
Yeah.
an Xbox?
Xbox Ally, the handheld.
Is it the actual Ally, the Xbox version of the Ally? Okay, so there's different Steam machines, and the Ally by Ross or ROG.
ROG, yeah.
Okay. Well, there's an Xbox version of it, which is Xbox. They were making their own premium handheld. I don't think that's in the cards anymore because they teamed up with ROG. That as they're doing the Allies, and they had an Xbox version of it, and it's like the best one, and it has. Go get it. I want to see it.
It's like, it would be a 10-minute walk to go get it.
Damn.
When we worked at Doughboys, we were known to take some pizzas home. Tom, remember that?
I really think you're wrong.
No, okay.
You have me confused with somebody else.
Well, okay. Anyway, so someone did leave a comment. Those things are not cheap. They're like $1,000, Tom. Just so you know.
Oh, well, cool. Yeah, I mean, and that's not.
Damn.
You're a big gamer, but you haven't had an Xbox in a while, though, have you?
I haven't had an Xbox since,
360.
yeah, because I didn't even have an Xbox One because I've pretty much been a PlayStation guy for a long time.
Yeah. So, I mean, I've always tried to have all three consoles. This generation, I did not get an Xbox, mostly because of practical reasons. The biggest is I have games from 2 generations ago that are still waiting to get beaten after I bought them. And also Microsoft, they have dropped the bomb this generation. They've acquired a lot of new first party studios, but they have not really put out anything, like at all. Was Starfield was their big thing, and it didn't blow anyone away. It got like above average reviews. There is a game that I really want to play called it's a first party exclusive to Xbox. It's called Southern. Oh my god, I gotta find it right now. It's about this reimagining of the Louisiana Bayou, and you play as this girl, and there are these. They just mythologize everything that you think of when you think of Louisiana bayous, right? You think of frogs, you think of
Gators.
gators. Yeah, that's all in there. It's like an adventure game. It's called South of Midnight, I think. South of Midnight.
That's interesting.
Interesting. I haven't heard of that.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it looks fantastic. Got pretty good reviews too. That's about the only
BM
fucking thing that's
Lives on the chat I see. Yes, we did work there at the same time as Eric.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Eric, me, Tom. Yeah, I mean, it was a good time, man. That was fun.
We did have a good crew, man.
Yeah, that was fun. And Eric, no, Aaron worked there before I got there. Actually, Aaron worked there before I got there.
So, little known fact, I briefly worked with Aaron for like a week at Radio Shack.
Hey, that's
What
going
happened
back. That's going
happened
back
there?
a ways.
I just didn't like it, so I just quit coming.
That was nice.
And that's when I ended up, I think, working at Doughboys. You're like,
Okay.
I'll get you a job at Joe Boys. And Sam,
Well, you
God bless his
transferred-
heart,
Yeah.
he was like, Tom, don't worry. We'll get you in here, teach you how to make pizzas. If you're lucky, might even get you making some sandwiches too. How's that sound?
Yeah. You know, I don't think I put up this live video that I was supposed to put up. Son of a bitch. That's fun. So we did a new video. Welcome to Dairy. Do you think it's too late to put up? Do people in the
Not
chat
welcome
think
to
it's
Dairy.
Welcome to Dairy episode 6? It's literally been up for an hour and a half, and I didn't make a live because I was trying to prepare for this podcast. I just fucking forgot. Do you think I should do it now or do it tomorrow?
I mean,
Who in the chat thinks it's too late?
no, everybody vote now. Vote now.
I don't even know how to do a poll on this thing. Yeah, I miss Radio Shack. You know how many times I need wires or some shit for like our studio and I have to fucking order on Amazon because we live in a small ass town and it takes like a week to get here?
Dude, there's a Walmart like 5 minutes away.
Dude, they don't have a lot of the shit that I need at fucking Walmart. They don't have HDMI minis. They don't have XLR cables. They don't have nothing. I'm making it live now.
Semtech.
But saying do it.
Semtech, you're dogging me, dude.
I just made it live. Okay. Wow. All right.
Yeah,
so
life-
you guys,
life
you guys
is-
better. You guys need to open up a separate window and watch that and like it and comment. And you need to say came here from the podcast. That'll at least get people going. Oh man, did they do a podcast? All right. So there's some interesting news in the world today, by the way. Or I should say this week. These podcasts were kind of like a weekly recap. So with no spoilers at all in the chat, I do have a mod in there. Hopefully they're watching. Yeah, there's no micro centers here. There's nothing. There's Walmart. Walmart killed Kmart, killed Hills. I mean,
All of it. And they're probably
Yeah,
like,
I
what
mean-
is Hills? I don't know if anybody else had Hills. Was that like a regional thing, national thing? I don't know.
We had
have
Hills here.
Yeah, we have Walmart and that's it. Like they came. I mean, we used to have.
My
Walmart
mom
killed
worked for
everything.
Hills.
Yeah, you remember Hearts?
Yeah, I remember Hearts. Yeah, but that was when I was
Yeah.
really little.
Yeah, Walmart killed everything.
Yeah, my mom worked for Hills for years.
Really?
Then
Okay.
I think Aunt Cheryl ended up working for Walmart, right? For a long time.
Yeah, she retired from there. There's no Best Buy here now. Yeah, there's
You
fucking.
could
nothing.
you can drive to Vienna and get some variety, but it's still not a lot.
No, you
And you'd
guys
have to
don't
be in West-
understand.
You'd have to be in the state of West Virginia, which is terrible enough.
Yeah, you guys don't understand how small of a town Marietta truly is.
Yeah, it's actually ranked one of the top small towns in America. It's been ranked multiple times. Okay.
They have great sidewalks.
We do have good sidewalks, actually. Okay, so in the, I guess this matters for movies and television in our world of reacting, Netflix has won the bidding war to own Warner Brothers. So I don't believe they own it yet. I believe it has to be approved by the board.
Yeah, I think there's still
But it's like
approvals and there's
so
still
many-
some government regulations that have to get passed, approved.
And it was like $1 billion. It was like a lot of money. If I
Yeah,
haven't
it
looked
was.
at sh-
Well, it was 70. It was like 73 billion, but then there was also I
Oh.
think 5 to 10 billion that Netflix bought of debt that they were going to pay off.
Okay,
for
so
Warner.
82.7 billion. Yeah.
Yeah.
So everything that we know about in the DC universe that we love, such as the Batman movies, such as pretty much, I mean, Chris Nolan put out Inception with Warner Brothers, didn't he? What do you do? What do you do for? I mean, I haven't seen actually. It's like I haven't seen Tenet, I haven't seen Dunkirk, and I haven't seen Oppenheimer, which I would
No,
love to
because they were
react to.
all on our list to react to.
Yeah, Oppenheimer. I think that's WB. Let me look. I can't tell. Um, that's Universal. Okay, it's Universal. But anyway, so I love Netflix, and I really loved when Netflix was literally kind of putting out everything before Disney, HBO,
Hmm.
Hulu, Amazon. They all came up with their own streaming apps. So now, what was initially something that was saving me money, having a $3 Netflix account with no commercials, everyone is now doing it, splitting the profits. So everyone's charging what, between $10 and $20 for these streaming apps now. So if I get like two or three of them, it's the price of cable,
Right.
and it's still not getting everything that cable gave me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I buy PTV, so I get pretty much everything. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but
No.
basically it's a streaming service that's probably ran out of Russia, but you get, Amazon Prime, you get Netflix, you get it all. But Netflix is doing some really cool stuff lately. I just saw the other day on there you can essentially download video games like Red Dead
Yeah.
and play it through the Netflix app.
Yeah. I think that's really cool. I couldn't imagine it's as good as like your PlayStation 5 Pro or a PC. I mean, here's a problem. So when I was reading this, Netflix was basically saying that to prioritize the at-home streaming experience, they want to shorten the window that movies are in theaters. So since 2020, the movie industry, because of the movie theater industry, has taken a big hit. Profits are down like crazy. No one is going to the movies. People are streaming, and actually, most of the time, these movies make all their. I mean, these movies that come out. Back in the day, they would come out in theaters, and they would make however much money they're going to make, and then it would come out on home video, and then DVD, and it would almost be like a new release, like in terms of profits. Now things go to streaming, and there's a million things coming out every week for a dozen different apps. So like a great movie will come out and no one will watch it. Like, oh, I don't have HBO right now.
Mhm.
So you know what I mean?
So I don't even want to call it a counter thesis, but I was actually having a conversation with a buddy of mine earlier today about this topic, and he actually made some really good points. And he's like, "Listen,
he's
yeah,"
a lying piece of shit.
he's
Go
like,
ahead.
"Yeah, listen, dude. Like, yes, the movie theaters specifically have taken a big hit with the streaming stuff and COVID, but he's like, some of these masters of movie making. Think about the Christopher Nolans, think about the James Camerons, think about the Tom Cruises. Like, if they say they're going to make a new Mission Impossible movie, like, do you just want it to go to streaming? Like, I was thinking, so the example I gave for that was Sinners. Like, I wouldn't have wanted just to sit down and watch Sinners on a streaming platform. I wanted to go see that in the movies. I went and saw it in the movies 3 times in
Yeah.
theaters, right? Like, there's some movies where, while as a whole, yes, I agree that that's probably going to cause some form of a decline. But, like, there's some things, like, I just want to experience. Like, dude, seeing Sinners in theaters was crazy. It was awesome, right? Like, the new Avatar movie comes out, and I'm not even a big fan of that franchise, but, like, if I was going to watch it, I want to go watch the new Avatar in theaters. I don't just want to sit down, like, it's just the experience, man. And maybe it's nostalgic, and maybe it's just because I'm old now. Sorry, Jamie.
No, it's not that, Tom. I mean, I mean, and your friend's right. So if movie theaters stop making money, then movies are going to stop making money, and we're going to see this big decline in movies. Okay, because movies now take a lot of money to make. The union, they've kind of raised the wages across the board for certain things, and that's great if you're in the union. But I mean, the problem is since COVID, people have changed the way they stop watching movies. People are streaming more now than ever, but there's that. You remember that Barbenheimer thing, which was like Oppenheimer and the Barbie movie coming out at the same time. It was like this cultural phenomenon.
Yep.
Well, those movies did make $1 billion each. Okay, that is good, but overall, movies have been declining quite a bit. Yeah, Nosferatu, I heard that was great in theaters. I will say Frankenstein, which we reacted to on this channel, I think that just came out of Netflix. That felt like it could have been a theater experience.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
mean, the problem is like we have, I think I saw Christopher Nolan himself is actually trying to meet with the executives of Netflix to try to get an understanding. Like, okay, what are you going to do for the industry? Are you just trying to buy us up? But I mean, think about this. They're going to buy all of DC because Warner Brothers, they had the rights for a ton of DC characters. Superman, oh my gosh, Peacemaker, that whole universe, okay? Batman, obviously the big one, Joker, everything else. And Harry Potter. I mean, what else? But I mean, dude, there's so many things that Warner Brothers. Oh, Game of Thrones, right?
My
Warner
favorite,
Brothers owns HBO.
my favorite cartoon, empire of all time, Scooby Doo.
Oh yeah, that's on there.
We do.
Game of Thrones. So if you think about this, Game of Thrones, which Tom, I don't know if you knew this, but we could talk about it on here. They have announced essentially that, and no spoilers for Game of Thrones, guys. There is going to be essentially what is going to be a season 9 of Game of Thrones. I don't think it's going to be called season 9, but it's going to take place in Westeros after season 8, and it's going to be about the Starks and what's going on now in that world. So if we do remember, actually no, I don't want to spoil anything, but this could jeopardize all that. You know what I mean? Netflix could come in here and say, you know what, this Harry Potter series that you're going to put on HBO Max, you know, obviously now it's going to be on Netflix. You know what I mean? I just don't know how it's going to go. Is HBO Max going to get absorbed and be on Netflix now? I mean, that would be good for Netflix, but that's just so weird to think about. Yeah.
I think a lot of
HBO.
these things that we used to value, like going to the movie theaters, like Tom said, was nostalgic. I think a lot of those things will come full circle eventually. Because I agree with you, Tom. I love the experience, but because of streaming, people have kind of gotten out of it. I mean, Marietta lost their movie theater, right? So
Yeah, I mean,
I think
COVID
they built
happened
up
and they closed that fucker down and they never opened it back up, of course.
Oh, I didn't know that.
and they built a
Haven't
freaking Harbor Freight there, I think. So, but yeah, I think a lot of these things, even like with AI, like, you know, I think eventually it's going to make people value like real art more. So hopefully, movie industry is the same thing. The only problem with the movie industry right now and going to the movies is, you know, for like a family of 4 like me, it's just so damn expensive, man. Like you'll spend 70, 80, $85 just to go see a movie.
Yeah. I mean, and I don't know. I mean, we have experienced a renaissance of television in terms of, I mean, I'm not talking about movies. I'm talking about very good television. Lost, Game of Thrones. There's so many great things.
Yeah,
on
and listen,
television.
and think about like Stranger Things right now, like from a marketing perspective, I think the way that they scheduled this season of Stranger Things was ingenious, right? Right around Thanksgiving, right around Christmas, break it up. Like, and I'm not against like streaming stuff, but it's like there are certain things looking back that I just personally, I can't, like, I couldn't have imagined Mission Impossible Fallout, like, not going and watching that in theaters. Right?
I think Mission Impossible Fallout is the greatest action movie I've ever seen in my life. Top 3 for sure. And Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah, which, again, you won't let me watch on my own because you just keep saying we're going to react to it. You've been saying that for a year.
You can watch on your own because
You guys heard it. I have witnesses.
yeah.
It's a good
No
movie. It's
take-backs.
a good movie.
No take
Top Gun-
backsies.
Top Gun Maverick is probably the second or tied for second greatest action movie I've ever seen in my life.
It's phenomenal.
I got 3 of them. I got, and we're just talking non-martial arts action movies. Because if I put martial arts in there, then, dude, those are going to be my top 10 spots. Okay, so number 1, Mission Impossible Fallout, and then number 2 or 3, Mad Max Fury Road, and then Top Gun Maverick. I mean, they're just absolutely incredible. But those experiences were meant for the theater, and no one's going to the theater. Theaters are closing down. They're not making money. Therefore, these studios aren't making money. Therefore, they don't want to give Christopher Nolan and Quentin Tarantino $50 million to make a movie because they're going to lose that, right?
Yeah.
That's the problem. That's the problem. So I'm happy that I don't want to say I'm happy. I got mixed feelings on it. I got mixed feelings. And also, dude, like, I love America. I love democracy, but those are these monopolies. Like, what's going on? Like, why are all these companies buying companies that are buying companies or buying companies, and there's going to be 3 companies that own everything?
It's annoying.
Well, yeah, and it makes you think too, you know, somebody like Christopher Nolan a couple years ago, he could literally just name his price, right? But it's like, is that going to
Yeah.
change now?
I don't know. I mean, guys like him and Quentin Tarantino. I mean, Matt Damon was talking about this on The Hot Ones. It's a YouTube series where you eat hot chicken, different
Oh,
hot
yeah, I
sauces.
know
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
He talked about he talked about how much the industry has changed. So there's now small budget indie movies, and then there's the Avengers, Star Wars. There's big budget action movies. Those are the only. There's no middle of the road anymore. Like there's a lot of movies that he made. Like, think about Good Will Hunting. There's all these movies that he made back in the day. He said those movies just wouldn't get financed now. I mean, you know what I mean? And that's just how it is. I was listening to this saying lots of times, okay, Jeremy Renner and Elizabeth Olsen, they were in the Avengers. The only reason they were able to do that movie Wind River, Tom, by I can't remember his name, the guy that did Sicario and Hell or High Water. Have you seen Wind River?
I've not.
Okay.
No.
Okay, Wind River is a fantastic, gritty, desolate, masculine movie. Okay, I mean, he was saying that the only reason they let us do this is because we're Avengers. So they weren't going to let anyone else in those roles because they're afraid they're going to lose money on them. So it's this big money thing. Yeah, I mean, dude, I Charlie's on here. I love democracy. Oh, I thought you were. Yeah, he says, I love democracy. I love the Republic. He's quoting Revenge of the Sith right here. Speaking of Christopher Nolan, I heard he's basically in the final stages of his new movie with Homer's The Odyssey. I am excited to see that because there's mythological beasts in it. So I'm wondering what they're going to do for mythological beasts. I mean, Tarantino never, you know, he's never done anything like that, has he? Okay, no one's answering. All right.
I didn't know if you were asking us or you were asking them.
Yes. Now, there is something, Tom, and Jamie, now you're here. I wanted to do a live reaction of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Tom, it's a trailer for a new Game of Westeros television show. It takes place, I don't know, like 100 to 200 years, I think, before the events in Game of Thrones. So we're going to check it out.
Let's do it, dude.
Yes, sir.
All right. Shit, are you on here, Tom? Did I exit out? Nope, you're on here. Are you there, buddy? Can you see it?
Yep.
Yep, we're good.
All right. I'm going to start in 3, 2, 1.
So, Sir Duncan the Tall.
Oh, it sounded like
How good a knight are you?
Oh, never mind. It wasn't him. 100 years. Okay.
Came for the tourney?
Journey, it's a contest for knights. You a knight?
I'm no farmer.
Yet you've come dressed as one.
Sir, I described you. And you could teach me.
Hey, Avatar: Last Airbender.
Every
Tom.
night.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
that's what I thought.
You look like you need one more than most.
Sir Ireland raised me to be a true knight, not with sword or lance, but with honor,
Shallow
and I
grave.
swore that I would.
What's it? It's a hedge knight, ain't it? Like a knight, but sadder.
Sad. I could call myself a champion, some great house might take me into its service. Perhaps even House Targaryen.
Targaryens, they're incestuous aliens and tyrants.
Sir Duncan the Tall. Aerion would like your head.
Maybe the gods figure this is what I deserve.
Come on, little knight.
And so, I ask
It's a
you again,
badass costume.
Yeah.
how good a knight are you?
Oh, that music is so good, dude.
You may be wise to run.
Won't they kill me if I run?
Want to kill you anyway.
Dragon.
Honor
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
deserted the noble houses of Westeros,
Oh, wow.
That was awesome.
and there are no true knights among you.
Was that ill handled?
No.
Right, yeah.
God damn, January 18th.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
I've never
Okay.
seen Game of Thrones. You know that, right? So it's kind of foreign to me, but that trailer was awesome.
Yeah, so Game of Thrones, no spoilers in the comments. One of the greatest shows ever made, one of the greatest shows I've ever watched. I mean, there are good and bad seasons, but it's still one of the greatest shows I've ever watched ever. And yes, I did see that guy is related to Brianna of Tarth, Tom.
So if it's 100 years before, it would have to be.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I don't want to theorize on it.
So the Targaryen dynasty, they're obviously still ruling the Seven Kingdoms. They have ruled for, I don't want to, like centuries and centuries. And it wasn't until Robert's rebellion that they overthrew the Targaryens, that because they couldn't really rule with dragons anymore because they bred them incestuously to the point where from what I understand, the dragons did not have enough genetic diversity and they essentially died out. But there is like an element of magic to it as well. It's like the world was receding its dragons from the world itself. You know what I mean? Until obviously a certain character came along, and there's also magic and a comet involved in that as well. Magic comes back into the world. Dragons come back into the world. And then of course we have the events of Game of Thrones. But yeah, I love that world. I'm very, very hopeful, cautiously optimistic, but excited to see more in Westeros after season 8 of Game of Thrones. I think a lot of people would be very happy if they do it well. That's all I'll say.
I'll tell you what, the action in that trailer was amazing. Especially when they were, what was that called? Jousting, where they ride the horses and
Yes.
yes.
So
BM
we've
lives-
got that, and we've got the announcement about it's not season 9, but right?
well, like I said, it was an announcement, and it's essentially being written as season 9, but I do not believe they know if they're going to call it season 9. They probably will not call it season 9 because I think there are, I don't know, there are some kind of regulations on, I don't know what they're going to call it. But One-Eyed Aemon said Aemon Targaryen, the Maester from Game of Thrones, is a teenager studying at the Citadel. How's he a teenager? Because I guess he'd have to be 113, 114 years old. He didn't look that old. He looked like, I don't know, 80. You know what I mean?
Old as sin.
Old as sin, yeah. But that was wild. I thought it was a really good trailer. Now let me see what else is on my agenda here.
I will definitely check out Knight's Tale.
Yeah. Also, so we do know that they have announced a new live-action Ninja Turtles movie, and they have put on hold Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin. And a lot of people are pretty pissed about that because they're going to make a gritty R-rated. They're going to make a gritty R-rated movie with supposedly animatronics, just like they did in the originals. But what they're going to do with these new ones is they're having the Sonic guys do it. But they're
Okay.
still going to do Mutant Mayhem 2, Tom. And there are official negotiations now with Seth Rogen to just go ahead and do Mutant Mayhem 3 and just have two different universes going on at the same time.
But what about The Last Ronin?
That's going to be 5 years away at least. I mean, this new the new executives at I think Paramount that own Nickelodeon or own Viacom. I don't know. So many companies own each other. But these new executives do not want the first Ninja Turtle movie in, I don't know, almost 10 years to be a this R-rated gore fest. You know what I mean?
That's what I've been waiting for.
Yeah, I
For
mean
a
that's
long
what I
time.
want. I
Yeah.
think fans like me, I can love and appreciate both. But I think if you can appeal to these nostalgic 30 and 40-year-olds, I think you're going to be a good spot. I mean, we'll take our kids to see the Mutant Mayhems of the world, and we're gonna react to that ourselves. I mean, Tom, you laughed harder in Mutant Mayhem than than a lot of people laughed who we reacted to it with, including my children. So I'm excited for the second movie. I'm excited for the second season, and I hope they do a third one because I felt like it wasn't around long enough to get its legs. I mean, just like if they reboot the Snyder universe, I mean, and they cut James Gunn out from underneath, that would be terrible. Which I know we
Yeah.
have Superman, but they started a new Superman in a new universe, and for a while the Saudis were thinking about trying to buy Warner Brothers, and then they're going to try to put it on Netflix. Now Netflix itself is buying Warner Brothers, so I don't know how that's going to work.
Well, the TMNT, like the verdict's still out for me because we're still in the middle of our current show now, but we still have the 87 show to go through. We still have the movie, all the other movies to go through, the older movies. So it's like I still have a lot of TMNT to watch.
Yeah, you have a while to go, and I do too, honestly. So, but I think it's because for the health of the Ninja Turtles intellectual property, we need to make sure it's out making money right now. Like, we're gonna watch these old shows and love them, but like think about Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse is Disney, right? They call it the House of Mouse. It's in the logo. You know what I mean? But when was the last time there's a Mickey Mouse movie? It's a dead IP.
It makes me think of the new Karate Kid movie, and of course, I won't talk about like the plot line or any spoilers. But I didn't love that movie. I thought it was good. It was okay, but it didn't hit me in a nostalgic place. But I think their goal was to bring in like a new generation, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully, in the future, they do something that really, hits me and makes me feel like we're back in those kind of 80s, the 80 vibes. Excuse me.
No, yeah, that'd be fantastic. Mutant Mayhem 3 announced before 2 is even released. I don't think that'll okay. Disney confirmed that they're making a Power Rangers reboot. I'll tell you what, the Power Rangers movie, did you guys see the Power Rangers movie they did in like the late 2000 teens?
Oh,
I don't think I've seen that one. I used to watch it when I was a
20
kid like crazy.
Like 2016 or something like that. It was really good. It's got the guy who plays Billy from Stranger Things. He plays like the Red Ranger. It's such a good movie.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
Yes.
And then they have might have been the girl playing the Pink Ranger. She played Jasmine in Aladdin. She's like a freaking stunner of a
Oh,
woman.
yeah. I know who you're talking about. Yeah. Gorgeous.
Yeah, she's like unbelievable looking. And then they had like a really good cast. Like, I thought it was a great movie. But it didn't make enough money to warrant a sequel. So I just don't know.
I dressed as a Power Ranger for Halloween when I was a kid.
You
was
did.
the-
I never,
You
Which
remember that?
one?
was it a Red Ranger?
That was the white one.
White one. Okay. I don't remember
I
that.
don't even remember his name, but yeah, I was the white one.
It's Jason. No, it's Tommy.
Jason. Oh, yeah, I was Tommy then.
Let me look it up. Shit. I don't because actually one second. Jason.
I was like 14, I think 13 or 14, and I just remember people giving me a hard time because I looked like I was too tall to be trick or treating.
So okay, so I was both right and wrong. So Jason David Frank plays Tommy Oliver, the White Ranger who was formerly the Green Ranger, and then he just got like, "All right, you're the fucking leader," and then the other leader who was the Red Ranger just said, "All right." But yeah, he took his life tragically a couple years ago. And
Yeah, I
this
did hear
guy,
about that. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I saw this guy at a convention. Sweet, nice guy. I got friends who. I got friends who met him frequently, and they remembered them, and he was like the coolest guy in the world. I got friends that saw him at a diner late night after a convention, and they like all hung out for like 3 or 4 hours. So, yeah, it was really hard to hear. But yeah, they're gonna make a new Power Rangers movie, or new Power Rangers franchise. So, okay. Have you guys reacted to Young Justice yet? No, we have not. I did on my old channel with Blindwave though, so if you want to check those out. Now we got some more news here in the world here. All right. Do we remember the Mortal Kombat movie?
Yeah, of course.
I saw it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, the guy that plays what's his name? He was the villain. Okay. He also played in this show that Zach is really obsessed with called The Man in High Castle. So I think he played Shao Kahn. Well, he just passed away yesterday.
Yeah, I did see that.
Okay, man.
Rest in peace.
I'm not announcing anything then. So, at St. Mary's Catholic School, I twirled the bow staff, and I remember on the sheet that you get when you come into the assembly, it said Shane Farley combat twirling, and Gus Lindemood was the guy who stood there and threw me the stick. And I did all kinds of things, twirling it through my fingers.
Wait, was this like
a talent show?
Okay.
It was a talent show, and
I don't think I've ever heard this story before.
Yeah, I did like 3 years in a row, and essentially, I had 2 people standing there, and they just threw me a stick, and if I dropped it, someone else would throw me another one. I didn't drop it until. No, they. I don't think they had a winner.
Oh, okay. It was the kind where everybody gets a ribbon. Everybody's a winner.
Yeah, I just don't know if there was like I don't think they had a win. I don't remember. I didn't win if we did have a winner.
Did you ever participate in Marietta High School's talent contest?
No, never did. I mean,
I'm shocked. I thought you would have. No, but I used to like to go. It was always pretty entertaining to actually go to that.
I figured it'd be like 80% of the people were on there singing, right?
Singing, dancing, doing goofy stuff. The jocks would join together and get up there and do something, kind of moronic. I remember one year they got up there in like white tank tops and did some kind of weird suggestive dance that did not go over well.
Like 98 degrees.
Yeah, like 98 degrees didn't go over well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just thought maybe you and your boys would have done something like that.
Nope, didn't do that. I mean, Tom, do you remember we were going to do we were going to do some song.
Oh, that da 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 with Cody. That thing from Fresh Prince, right?
No, that's not the.
It's not from originally Fresh
Not
Prince, but
Jump
they
on
do
it. It wasn't Jump on It. We did that at prom. It's called Dukes of Earl. I mean, what's it called?
Oh yeah, you're right. Dukes of Earl.
Okay, we were going to do some song.
Jeremy and
Yeah, and we never did it because we just said we didn't practice and we were procrastinators. But that was the closest I've ever come to doing it. So yeah, but
procrastinators, slackers.
Yeah.
Callum Shane was incredible with the lightsaber. I mean, growing up, I just remember him always whirling, throwing the damn stick against trees. Oh, yeah, he just got really, really good.
It is weird that doing that kind of led me to this because I was with some other really talented guys at Blindwave. I mean, really, Aaron and Eric, not the other ones. When it comes to lightsaber fighting, they're very talented in other things. But yeah, I mean, Aaron was really good. Eric is kind of a genius too when it comes to that stuff. But yeah, that kind of got us into somehow reactions, and then here we are today. So it's
pretty
kind of
wild.
funny that twirling a stick and obviously the side yard of your house led to that. You know what I mean?
Well, and that probably segued into ferocity, right?
Well, first thing we did was we were entering these the LCC, which is a International Lightsaber Choreography Contest. So we entered under Whiteley 79. We did two fights, and I remember the judges were like, "These guys are good. They just need to get their shit together." I think every year we did it, we got like third and like I think second or third. And then we won for Rivals, which was a big, long, expansive fight, and you can find on YouTube. And Disney, of course, took the music off it, so now there's no sound, unfortunately. But it's a lightsaber fight, kind of like in an alley. It's like a street fight, and becomes a hand-to-hand fight, and then we use force powers, and then we finish down by the river at the docks. And we filmed it all like in a day. So we had this continuity of lighting too, where it's like it starts to get dark. It starts to get darker over time. Has Tom seen your old lightsaber? Tom, you've seen some of them, right? Like, I mean, you've seen Ferocity at least.
Yep.
Yeah. I really like the garage fight. Are you talking about we were in that underground garage? Yeah.
That was downtown Marietta, wasn't it?
Yeah. That was, I mean, they were all in some version of downtown Marietta. There's a lightsaber fight we filmed the night in a garage that, I thought that one, it's called The Locket. The acting is so bad because we had to redub our voices, and
Oh yeah, I
so
remember
bad.
that.
It's
What's
so
up,
embarrassing.
Mando? How you doing tonight, buddy?
Hey Mando, what's up, man? But yeah, I mean, when we did Rivals, it just knocked everyone out. We knocked it out of the park. Probably one of the best lightsaber fights ever. And then the next year, Aaron broke his leg doing something. So we trained his wife and my wife to do a lightsaber fight.
I remember that too. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was really good because it had our moves, but it didn't win, and there was some criticism because we went over the time limit, and they took points off of it. But there's several of the judges that said, based off just choreography, I think this is the best fight or the second best fight. And then we did Ferocity, which a lot of people knew us for. It's definitely the highest viewed lightsaber fight on YouTube. That's a really good fight, and that's like just short and sweet. It's just lightsabers, not a bunch of other crap. That's a really good fight, yeah. And then we did Kylo Ren: The Awakening, which I was masked up, and that was a hard fight because I couldn't really wear my glasses. I couldn't really breathe. It was a prequel to Star Wars: The Force Awakens. I wanted to do another one with, I don't know, maybe my kids or with Tom, but it'd be one of those things, Tom, where like we would need to practice for days, first to get you good at it, and then we had to practice movements and movement patterns, and then we'd have to memorize moves, and then like you'd have to be here enough for us to do it. You know what I mean?
Thus our conflict.
Thus our conflict. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, go check out Ferocity. It's probably over there on Blind Wave.
I'll hold the camera when you guys do this.
Yeah. But there's some other news I want to go over real quick for the week. Oh, this is really cool. I really love the first and the third Men in Black movie. Tom, have you seen? Okay. I remember seeing the second one in theaters in 8th grade. I didn't like it. And I remember it was one of the first movies I remember going to theaters and thinking, I regret coming. I just didn't like that movie very much.
Yeah, no, I didn't feel that way about once. 2 and 3, but I just one
one's really good, but 3, really good. Man, I thought 3 was in some ways like it surpassed 1 in some ways with the way they brought Tommy Lee Jones in, and like the flashback with what's his name, the guy who plays Josh Brolin, who played a young Tommy Lee Jones. He got that because he was at a party doing a Tommy Lee Jones impression. And and correct me if I'm wrong, chat, someone remembered that Josh Brolin can do a young Tommy Lee Jones. So that he got a call and to actually act it out in a movie. And he's like, I don't know if I can act him out, like with lines. I don't really look like him very much. But no, they kind of did whatever they could to make him look younger. There's a point in the movie where Will Smith was like, or I think his character's name is Jay, and he's like, "You got some city miles on you, don't you?" Because Josh Brolin at the time, he was like, I mean, he's always looked chiseled in the face,
Yeah.
but he was almost 40 at the time, and he was supposed to be playing like someone in their early 30s.
Shane, we're almost 40.
I know we look good for our age. I'm fat, but I still think we don't look 40. We don't look 40. But
Well, I'm
anyway,
gonna be 44 Monday, so
yeah, I wasn't talking about you. I'm just talking about me and Tom.
it's kind of shocking. Well, I'm not saying I look good either, but yeah, it's shocking. 44 is coming, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So let's look at the chat real quick. I saw the Third Street father versus son and daughter. That would be fun. But I just don't know. I don't want to do a fight and then release it no matter what. If we do a fight and we film it and I edit it and it's not that good, I would never release it. That's just
Right.
how I am, because I've released too many good things. So Lindsay, what's up, girl? Anyways, wait, were you guys one of the first to show a lightsaber fight where someone cuts a blade off on it? Okay, so we were not the first guys to do that. The first guys to do that, I believe, were Ryan Weber and Michael Scott. They kind of came up with and they won the first international contest. They are also very good, and they were pioneers for me to be able to do what I do. Now, I do think Ferocity is definitely one of the best fights ever, but everything they do is really good because they're very good filmmakers. They came up with the idea of like, all right, so you're swinging at me, all right? You're swinging at me. I block it. I turn my saber off, and you fall forward. I move out of the way, and then I come at you. So, and people came up with all kinds of ways to make that even cooler by doing it several times. We do that in Ferocity, and I think we do it really well. But we did not come up with that, no. But in terms of like people who just watch the movies and shows, yeah, I mean, the Acolyte fight was really good. They have very good fighting. There's a lot of things I liked about that show, but in the fighting being probably the thing I liked the most about that show. But I mean, they didn't make that up. They took it from the lightsaber, the community. They took it from the YouTube community.
What's up, party?
Yeah. Someone's like, you all look 40.
Man, Shelly said it's all downhill after 40. I hope not.
Well, Jamie's already 40, so that means he's already declining.
44. I'm almost halfway to 50.
Well, they say
like,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, at least halfway to 50 from 40 to 50. I'm almost there. So
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm going downhill yet, actually. But you got to think, like 4 years ago, I was 270, 275.
Yeah.
Like I was a cow. This wasn't spotted, but I was a cow.
What's funny is like sometimes I'm too lazy to change the pictures in our thumbnails. So there's one of you. There's you being a fat cow on there. And like sometimes that portrait is used on our thumbnail still today because I just don't feel like going in there and cutting you out. It takes fucking forever.
Dude, get the scare version of me. It takes less time to cut out.
No, because there's more edges. Like when you're rounder, it's just easy. You just make a circle.
Damn, Callum just said if I shave my face. My facial hair is a big conversation that Tom and I and Shane and I have about me and my facial hair.
Yeah. So I've been telling Jamie, I mean, I don't know. I think it's because you're slightly older than me and you work for a company that made you do it. You just thought like, okay, I cannot grow a substantial beard, so I should just do a clean shave. Worst mistake ever. So it's just like, dude, you look so much better with facial hair and with your hair done. Absolutely.
You know how many times I've heard this? I've heard this probably at least 1,000 times.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and someone but Tom does have some gray in his beard. He does have some gray in his beard. When we were younger, Tom and I, when we were younger, we were discussing attraction and I should say, sexual reproductive fitness. I'll just call it that. And we did talk about actually adding some gray to our hair, like a touch of gray. But then, like, when I looked it up, touch of gray is for people that have all gray hair. And then, like, you put touch of gray and it makes some of it black. I think we thought we put some in there. We look a
Make
little
it
more
gray.
sophisticated.
Yeah.
Make it a little gray. Yeah, make it a little gray. But it doesn't work like that. Yeah. I've had really long beards before. Like when I'm thinner, and someone said I have very nice skin. Thank you. I paid the price in my adolescence because I had not very, but I had some acne.
You had
And I went
oily
through-
ass skin. Dude, I remember in my old Ford Exploder in like
Exploder.
the year, yeah,
Guys,
Explorer, it just
I
broke down all the
apologize.
time.
I'm sitting here, and my boss actually just walked into the room, and I have these on, of course, and I just happened to look over, and there's a man just sitting to my left, staring at me, and scared the daylights out of me.
Yeah, well,
But yeah,
yeah,
Ford
it's
Exploder, Shane, remember
Do
in
your
my
thing, man. You're
Explorer, you wiped your face grease on my mirror, and it was there for like 5 years. Literally, it was there like 5 years.
yeah, I remember that. I used to do this thing, Tom. Do you remember? I did this in high school. I would leave my mark. I would go up to a mirror and I would go like this. I'll just do it right now. I'd go up to a mirror. Say this is a mirror. I'd walk into a bathroom and I would just go like that. So
And it
I got my
would
glasses
be-
on 'cause I can't see.
It would
Oh,
be
you can't-
saturated. It would be saturated.
Yeah.
Can we see that grease? No, we can't see that grease. But I'm looking on here. Like if I go like this, and then like of course it's really slippery after that. So, yeah. I used to just mark mirrors like that in restaurants.
Yeah, you'd randomly go into a bathroom in the school, and you would know that he was there because of just the giant grease stain going across a random mirror somewhere in the
Yeah.
school.
Yeah, like we had cell phones back then, but my basketball coach actually broke my cell phone. I never got it replaced. So that was my summer before senior year. So summer before senior year, you guys all had kind of flip phones, and I did not have a phone. But I remember one of our buddies was next to me. He got a text message saying, "Did you grease the mirror on the freshman floor, which is our bottom floor?" It goes from freshman all the way up to senior being the top floor. And I'm like, oh yeah, I greased that thing on second period, man. I was real greasy, so I just rubbed my freaking face on that thing. So it's like, oh man, Shane left his mark.
The janitor had to go and get the damn degreaser out of his
Yeah.
room and come back and scrub it because you just can't get that stuff off with normal cleaning solution.
You can't get the Filipino grease off.
no.
It's made so we can withstand mosquitoes in the jungle, man. You don't get it like with tropical climate.
Dude, and you used to do
How do you
that.
think you would do in the Philippines, James? With that
Not very
alabaster skin.
He'd
You'd be
smell
dead
Like
in
one
a
of those
year.
people in
You'd be getting skin
Survivor
cancer.
with like just
Yeah.
bites all over me.
Yeah, you'd be getting skin cancer. You'd be dead inside a year, brother.
But dude, I remember you would do that on I won't mention his name, but the Buick Park Avenue.
Oh yeah, I
And
greased
the
shit out that
owner
thing.
would get
Yeah.
so angry because
Yeah.
he'd let me borrow the car and then come back and there would just be grease stains all over the windows, the windshield, the steering wheel, the dashboard.
Yeah, but it's preserved me as a almost 40-year-old. Like I get comments all the time like, "Wow, those are your kids. I
Excuse me.
thought you were like an older brother." And I'm like, "Oh wow, I know. I look good. You know, too bad I'm fat." Now, Mando, it's all right, man. He said, "I think you look best in that final Blind Wave video." You know what's interesting? Tom has said the same thing. Like when my hair is like long, and I'm obviously not fat as hell. Yeah, I look all right there. There was a while where I thought I was kind of thinning on top with my hair, and wow, absolutely. 'Cause I remember thinking, wow, I can't be fat and bald. You know, but what happened? Shane was a dirty little guy. I wasn't little. I was just a dirty guy. Damn it.
Yeah, true.
No, we're down for some Q&A. We'll probably talk for another 15, 20 minutes. But let me tell the
Hey.
story first. So I started doing hardcore research on finasteride and minoxidil, which are the active. Minoxidil is the active ingredient in Rogaine. I thought Rogaine was the ingredient, but Rogaine is the company. Minoxidil is the ingredient. I found that onion juice is just as effective as 2% minoxidil when applied to the scalp. So I started doing that shit, and this came in the mail because I forgot to cancel it. Now, Tom, I'll probably just give this to you next time you're here. So, anyways.
Well,
I have finasteride that I didn't cancel, and I got 2 bottles of it, right? Not finasteride, minoxidil.
well,
So
yeah.
you spray this shit on your scalp, and it is absolutely proven in the majority of the population that are thinning. Yeah, I did squeeze onion juice.
Yeah,
Actually,
he did. And it wasn't all that long ago because when I was there filming, I'm sitting in the studio and I'm like,
What the hell's that
"What's
smell?
that smell?" And then
Not
he's
the
like,
Filipino
"Oh,
smell."
dude, I forgot to tell you, I tried the onion thing. It was like a Seinfeld skit. I tried the onion thing."
No. So I mean, it's actually generally very good for the scalp to put onion juice on there. But
yeah, it
by the way,
is.
with Hims, you have to use minoxidil. You're not going to even notice results for 4 to 6 months. That's when you notice it. You have to use it every day. It absolutely works. I've listened to a ton of hair specialists, hair doctors, even guys that do hair transplants saying, hey, if you don't want to see me, start doing this. If you're going to go bald, start doing it in your early 20s. And then you can, like, literally prevent it. But once you stop using it for about 45 days, your hair starts coming out. Because it's like watering a plant. You got to keep watering the plant or the plant will die, right? But anyways, so what happened was I went to my hair guru, Tyler Preston, who was in Ferocity with us, by the way. And I saw him at a church event. He noticed I looked very, like he said, "Are you okay? You look like you've seen a ghost." I said, "I need to talk to you like right now." Okay. It was at Vacation Bible School, and we went out in the parking lot. I said, "You need to look at my fucking hair right fucking now. I think I'm going bald. If I'm going bald, I'm going off the map. You're never gonna see me again. I'm gonna leave my family, children, everything." All right. So he's looking at my hair. He said, "Shane, I don't see it. I just see some really bad dandruff." So what he told me, it was like, it looks like what's going on, and I already confirmed this to be true because I went and talked to my other doctor. I was just scratching the shit out of my head because when I wear this headset, it just pushes my hair down and like makes it itchy, and I would scratch it. So I was like scratching my head raw to
Damn.
where it
Like
looked
my
like there
damn
was
dog.
yeah, it looked like I was, and I've always had an abundant amount of hair, but Tyler was like, "You have a lot of hair. People think you have thick hair, but you actually have thin hair. You just have a lot of it. I have a lot of hair. It's just kind of thinner, the follicles." So like he said, I've done your hair for 10 years and it, and it's not thinning at all. So, I'm really happy, but I still have the minoxidil right here. So I do got a couple buddies that are balding, so I need to give it to them. So yeah, it's your mixed is your mom's dad bald, you're full. So my parents, my dad has one bald person in his family, which is Jamie's family also. And
Uncle
your dad
Miles.
has a head full of hair, doesn't he?
My dad has a head full of hair. I have a head full of hair. I think
Yeah.
your dad has good hair too, right? So
Yeah, my dad is almost 80. He's got a head full of hair. And yeah, I do have great hair, Mando, but I just have dandruff. So I started using rosemary oil because rosemary oil is also as effective as 2% minoxidil. Okay. It's also very good for your hair health, because Tyler was like, you look like you have dandruff and your hair is not as curly. It looks like it's slightly drier. So I started taking some vitamins. I started doing rosemary oil, and now my hair's thick and greasy and luscious again for the most part. Not thinning at all. So glad to hear that, because, I would have to starve myself just to get thinner, because like I can't be both, Tom. You know what I mean?
So would you just embrace baldness then?
I would fight it like I was fighting communism in this. Okay?
he would do everything to avoid being bald for sure.
Yes, I mean I've been renowned for my hair on YouTube, on everything. I can't give it up, Tom. I'm telling you, I won't.
That's fair.
I won't. All right, so we do got a Q&A here. Question for all three: how do you actively try to achieve personal growth? I mean, we can. I don't know. I mean, for me, I like to read books on history and philosophy. I know it doesn't sound like it, but I make sure when I'm here doing my job in the studio, I have to remind myself every day, you have to show up. When you do reactions on YouTube, you have to show up. You can't just sit there and watch it. And I like to work out. I like to try to make sure I maintain my friendships. And I can tell you right now, maintaining the friendships and working out has gotten way harder as I've gotten older. But when it comes to personal enlightenment with philosophy and history, Tom and I do talk about literature quite a bit. I actually just recently got a couple economic books too, just so I can, I don't know, I just want to be smarter. I take a couple foreign language courses online, or they're not online, it's like a self-taught thing using Pimsleur's app. And that's really, when it comes to self-growth, be a good guy, be a good father, be a good husband, be a good friend, and I think we all know what that means, but I think reminding ourselves to do it every day is what's hard. So that's really, I hope that answers your question for me. I don't know about Tom and Jamie.
Go ahead, James.
Yeah, I mean, for me, a lot of my personal growth honestly comes down to like my mental health. Like I've struggled with depression, anxiety for decades, man, decades. So it's Shane and I have had these conversations where he's helped me a lot. I won't go into the details because it's more of a he let me just say he talked to me like a man, like how to handle it. But a lot of it, comes down to first, like just my faith in Jesus Christ. Like that's the first thing that's helped my mental health tremendously. But getting fit, going to the gym, working out, that anxiety, just working it out at the gym. Because for so long, my anxiety fill was, eating everything. You know what I'm saying? So I would,
And it
I would
made
eat
you eat
everything.
everything.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and then just on like the practical side, stay busy, man. Stay busy. I think our society with access to like technology all the time, you know, a lot of the problems we create in our mind is just we have too much time to think. So just stay busy, man. I'm always working. I'm at the gym. I'm with my kids. We're doing things, and that's helped me. So, honestly, I wish I would say I had more aspirations to be like this kingpin, this big successful person. But man, my focus right now is just um, growing mentally, spiritually, and just being the best father I can be.
Yeah, yeah. And by the way, Jamie, I was thinking about that. Like, there has been times when you've needed to hear, like, I think strong language to like put you
Yeah,
in like, I don't know. I mean, I think
that's what I was
this
alluding
culture.
to. Yeah,
What's that?
that's what I was alluding to. The man
Yeah,
conversations we've had,
yeah.
and your brother too, where
My brother's
you
harder than me, isn't he?
yeah, he's hard on you, and it's not politically correct to a lot of people to man up. But
Oh no,
I
it's
was,
very bad in this culture to say pull you up by your bootstraps. Don't be a fucking pussy.
yeah.
And
So
and I use a lot worse language than that would get me canceled. I'll just say that right
yeah,
now.
but I was in a point, and this just goes out to anybody that's ever suffered from mental health issues. Yeah, I was suicidal. So if
Yeah,
you're
you were.
struggling with that, if you struggle with that, it gets better. Push through. I would encourage you to just search out faith. That's a huge help.
Hmm.
But don't lose hope. Don't make a decision. Don't make a final decision for a temporary problem. And I know it doesn't feel temporary right now, but it will get better. I can promise you that.
Yeah, yeah. So okay, Tom.
Shelly, I definitely will toughen up, Shelly, for sure.
No, he has, and so I can say that right now. You've. It seemed like to me you've really turned your life around. I mean, sometimes you'll say. So now I think you do to be funny. Like you'll
Yeah,
say
I do.
something pathetic about your life because me and Tom will laugh.
Yeah, no,
You know what
praise
I mean?
God, things are a lot better.
Yeah. Now, Tom, besides the sauna,
Yeah, man. How am I gonna,
well, who's
Jamie?
running water?
Jamie, how do you expect me to follow up to that?
I don't know, but I like the
Uh,
sauna too. I got a sauna in my living room.
You got really?
Yeah, I got it off Amazon for like $200.
Show us.
Wait, so is it like the cloth one you sit in?
Yeah, it's great.
I used to have one of those.
Show us.
Well, no, mine's like a full whole room and everything.
Show us
Yeah.
right now.
Okay, hold on. Let me get.
I want to see
there.
this mess in your apartment too. Look at that shit.
Oh, dude, you think my apartment's messy? Come on, man. Hold on. I'm trying to walk.
You got
Hold
your
on one
gout?
second. I'm
acting
not
up?
putting
Is
you
your
on
gout-
video. No, my gout's fine. Here, I got to turn on the light real quick, kids. I'm on
So,
YouTube
while
right
you're doing
now.
that, BM Lives, I do want to give you a shout out. I recently, wow,
Right there. Look at that.
oh yeah, I used to have one exactly like that. It was a different brand.
Yeah,
Great stuff. But the
Very
problem is they don't get hot enough.
mine does. I'm sweating my balls off, man.
Well, I know, but they don't get to the recommended dose of 165 degrees Fahrenheit to achieve maximum heat shock protein synthesis, right?
Right.
So I do want to give a shout. BM Lives or BM Lives. God, I can't keep scroll up. He realized he's been autistic his whole life. He didn't have a clue. It's helpful to get to know yourself as best as possible, dude. That does suck, man. But if you've been going your whole life and you didn't know, I mean, you're probably very high functioning, and that's good. It's funny because I have ADHD, and now they are really pairing ADHD a lot with high functioning autism. Like people who are high functioning autistics, they have ADHD, a large percentage of them. So I don't try to offend anyone with autism, but people have asked me, "Do you have autism?" I'm like, "No, I don't have autism." because my cousin, he's got ADHD and autism, but like, okay, I'm the ADHD side. Like I'm not
Yeah.
autistic.
My dad would disagree. He always used to say, "There's something wrong with that boy."
He'd probably say the R word, which we can't say. I love the R word. But you know,
Don't
you
do
don't,
it. We can't get canceled. Our channel's too small.
Well, I'll just say this right now. You never call a mentally disabled person a retard. You call your friends retards when they're acting retarded. And that's
Yeah.
really it. And I did borrow that from The Office with Michael Scott. So I'm quoting him, Gods of YouTube. So, you know, Liana has been saying that in your reaction videos. I used to cut it out, but I don't cut it out as much.
Shelly's bringing some bangers today. She said, "If you could time travel." Oh, did you go, Tom, yet?
Yeah, you did not go.
Go,
No,
Tom.
I'll
First
go.
question first.
I don't know how you expect me to follow up after your Emmy-winning speech, but personal growth. The big thing for me is healthy boundaries, right? Like I've always had a problem saying no to people,
Mm.
and
I feel that.
it put me in a place where I didn't know where my limits were, and I didn't understand what some of my personal bandwidths were. And it caused a lot of undue, unneeded, sweet mother of God, stress. So, guys, is it a full moon tonight, by the way?
Close to it. Yeah, it's pretty big,
Mm.
pretty full.
Nice.
Can't tell right here.
Why,
Yeah,
are you
but-
feeling some kind of weird juju or something?
No, I'm getting moon vibes, man. But anyway, so yeah, healthy boundaries for me. Not being afraid to tell people no, even if it's people close to you, right? Friends, family, things like that. Like I've had to, and you know, you guys are both parents as well. Like you'll get this. Like it's hard sometimes to tell your kids no on things, right? And
Yeah.
so
Because it makes you feel like, for me, in my case, it makes me feel poor. I don't want to say no because we lack.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I mean, it's also
struggle
like,
with that.
I mean, I'll never forget. I saw this thing one time when I was a kid that parents who are poor, they might buy their kids like a ton of toys to compensate for the poorness.
Hmm.
And I had a kid that I knew that had a ton of toys, and he was way poorer than me. And I wasn't poor. My dad just liked to deprive because he thought it built character. And my dad paid off his house when he was 48 years old. You know what I mean? Yeah, most people.
Well, you know, I
don't-
was poor. My dad brought me home beef jerky every night.
Yeah. I mean, it actually.
Oh.
That's when I was younger. I used to think like, your dad always came bearing gifts to like maybe make you guys feel
Every
like,
day.
hey,
Yeah.
yeah, like he'd bring you cards, like baseball cards, right? Like he brought
Baseball
Jared
cards, yeah.
Pokemon cards,
Pokemon
yeah,
cards, yeah.
yeah. So I mean, it's hard, Tom, because I know this is like you got the mic right now, but yeah, I mean, saying no was always hard, but it's also like, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like it builds character.
So,
I mean?
Mando, I'm going to let you in on a little secret, okay? And don't tell anybody, even though there's a bunch of people in this chat. The moon comment was, I guess it technically was literal. I happened to be getting mooned by another human being when I said that. So,
Really?
I hope I did a pretty good job of holding it together. So, and I wasn't mooned by a person that I would want to get mooned by. We'll just,
Jeez Louise.
Really?
we'll leave it at that.
Hey,
So,
hey, Shelly has another question. If you could time travel, what is one piece of advice you would give the younger you, so your younger self?
We got a similar question last time. I don't know. I feel like it'd be very personal. I couldn't say it on here. It'd be very I'd have to write it out and be very specific. So
I can give you one. What first came to mind for me is I'd go back and tell myself, love yourself first. I think too many times in my life I've put everyone before me, put myself last, and I finally realize now, and if you take care of yourself first, love yourself first, doesn't mean love yourself more, because like I love my kids more than anything, but love yourself first, because that'll make you the best version of you that you can be.
yeah, I mean that's good advice. Okay. In term, I mean, for me, like it would. I'm just trying to think. I mean, it'd be very specific. It'd be very specific. Yeah. That's all
I could be specific, but mine applies pretty much to every situation. Typical miners, very serious question here. Do you like consuming pee or poo?
consuming, well, I have a story about that.
Tell us.
I don't remember the details because of the numerous concussions that I've had. My brain's a little foggy before like the age of 9. However, I do recall going on a very extended drive with my grandparents, and my grandpa, rest his soul, had a very, very hard and fast rule about not stopping unless it was some form of an emergency. So we had this little, it was an emptied out like liquid detergent bottle, and that was the to pee in.
Whoa.
I don't know what possessed me to do this, but I remember it like it was yesterday. I'm in the back passenger side, just driving down this road, and remnants of somebody using it in the past. I unscrewed the lid because I was bored, and I looked, and there was a little, huh?
Oh, I thought
No,
there
was like a little droplet on the inside of the lid, and I was the last one who had used it. But I was just like, I wonder what pee tastes like. And I remember I took my little finger and I dipped it on there, and I was just like, and it was like, it tasted, think of like the saltiest, think about dumping like a pound of salt in like a glass of water.
Was that your piss?
Yeah, it was mine.
Okay, well, I'm glad. I mean, Bear Grylls drank his piss, so it's one of those things.
Mine was not a survival situation.
Well, here's
however.
the thing. If I remember correctly, he didn't really drink it really often. He kind of, like I remember in the desert episode, he took his piss and he would wet the inside of his mouth just to
swish it around
to keep it kind of moist.
Oh,
I know
man.
people.
Dude, I can't believe you. I mean, I've never done that. No judgment.
Well, and just think now. Think back to any woman that has kissed me.
Yeah.
Since then, probably didn't realize that they were kissing a dude who at one time had consumed his own urine.
It's probably not the worst thing you've had in your mouth, though. But we won't go there.
I really think you're wrong.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
He's like, okay.
By the way, has anyone got to? Okay, another question. We need Shelly Marie. Thank you for all your questions. But does anyone else have Q&As? Just so you just just wondering. Have you guys heard of the Vampire Diaries? That's one. Yes, I have. Haven't seen it. Now, Q&A for the three. Do you embrace change or fight it? I don't like change. I always
I fight it.
That's just,
I fight it
yeah,
like
that's me.
hell. Yeah. I fight it like
Tom?
hell. I even
fight
change my
it.
underwear.
I'm just, I'm a creature of habit. And honestly, this goes back to one of the other questions about personal growth is I find that for me, habits, schedules, consistency, those are things that have helped me get organized, helped me stay focused, and helped me understand what my goals are. So I don't like change in that aspect. I sometimes like spontaneity, but I don't like change.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Completely.
I mean, so I like routine, love routine, but I have done these deep dives on YouTube about why does it appear that as we get older, time appears to speed up. Like a year goes by like that, and a lot of it has to do with when you're young. Your brain is essentially absorbing the world, and everything is new, and everything is nuanced, and everything is exciting. And the older you get, and especially the more you're on a routine, just like the movie Click with Adam Sandler, your body essentially will skip over all, it'll be on autoplay. Is that the word he used to say? He's on autopilot. He used to say, I was on autopilot. It's because essentially your brain literally skips over a lot of these things that you do every single day. It's like, hey, remember that shit you took yesterday? Like, did you wipe your ass? I'm thinking, well, I'm pretty sure because I always do. I don't remember it.
Dude, you want to know something?
What's that?
Shane, it's so funny that you mentioned that very specific thing. Okay?
Yeah.
Well, listen, I have the exact same routine that I do in the shower every time when I'm bathing. Okay?
Yeah.
And my butt crack is the very last thing that I do.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
I can't tell you how many times in probably the last 6 months that I've gone. Well, I take that back. Then my hair is technically the last. But as far as my
Do
body
your hair
goes,
first.
but then how many times I go to turn the water off and I'm, wait a minute, like, I washed my butt crack. Because I'm thinking, like, you don't want to not do it and then walk around all day. One time I forgot. And I remember I sat down in my seat and I was like, what's that smell? It just smells like dirty, raunchy cheeks. And it was. Literally.
Cheek. Jeez.
And I've been scarred ever since that day. So now it's like, how could you not remember when it's something you just did 20 seconds ago? But that just started happening in like the last probably 6 months.
Charlie, Coke.
So
but
when
Tom, you got to start at the top, though. You got to start at the top and work your way down, dude. Like, you're getting all those oils from your hair on your face and your body. So you do that first, then you work your way down. I do agree with you, though. Ass is the last thing you do. I don't know why. It's just, you wash your ass.
Well, why would you want to wash that and then wash like your chest?
I don't know. I mean,
It'd be weird, right? Like,
I definitely wash my ass last.
Poop particles all over your chest, and then in your case, that would get infected. Because of the tattoo removal thing.
Oh, yeah, very good. Very good, Tom. Now I know what to talk about. We already hit showering and,
When you mentioned poop, Tom, I thought you after the pee story, I didn't know where the hell that was going.
Shane, is this a good time? Because I know not everyone here has heard it. Is this a good time to tell the poop story about the house and the tree? Or is that for another time?
I mean, that we can't just tell that story. We have to tell the whole story. I feel like that. Oh man,
it's it would be a good segue and a good part of the conversation. But
I have many stories from my life. I did tell this story. It's a popular story from the Blind Way podcast. I will tell it right now. So junior year, me, Tom, Cody, and Jeremy.
Well, Tom allegedly, but go on.
Okay. there's this fucking annoying kid, this fat son of a bitch, this fat motherfucker, piece of shit, fat fuck cocksucker.
Wow.
Okay. He always went to lunch with us. He always went to lunch with us. Okay. This kid annoyed the hell out of all of us. So we tried suggesting that he doesn't go with us. We tried. We sometimes resorted to trying to leave early. That way we can make it to our car to leave without him. And he didn't get the picture. Because we would do that, and eventually he started leaving his class early. We get out there, and he's fucking already in a car.
He's standing there
'Cause you don't-
smiling.
Because you know, yeah. Hey guys, got here. Saw you were leaving early, so that's a good idea. Yeah, real good idea, man. You know what I mean? So this actually, a lot of people don't remember this part. All right, Tom. So the first time we were out, we were at McDonald's, and it was during midterms, and we had the idea of just leaving him at McDonald's because he'd be so screwed during midterms, right?
Oh my
Right.
gosh.
And then Cody's mom was there, and he said we can't do it now because they're our neighbors. So we decided to take him out to lunch and go to Walmart. And there was a McDonald's. There used to be a McDonald's at our Walmart in Marietta. So we planned to go there and leave him there. So I remember we all got in the car that day. We've been planning this thing for like a week or two. And man, it was I remember being so nervous and so excited. I remember driving to McDonald's, and what was that song, Tom? We would listen to obviously rap at the time, rock music and everything else. What was that song he was playing? And Nicholson was, I'm not gonna say his name, but the the person in question that we're talking about, he was doing this dumb dance, man.
Yeah.
He was doing this dumb dance. It was this song. It's called Slow Motion for Me. Slow Motion for Me.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
Juvenile. Yeah.
Juvenile. It was playing in the back, and we were all dancing too, and we were playing this fucking guy. It was so bad.
I think Cody might have even had like a Black and Mild and is smoking it. Like,
He's in there smoking, and we're driving to Walmart. So right when we get there, Tom pulls up slowly, and he says, "All right, I'll park. You guys get out." Well, this fat fucking son of a bitch, he's in the middle of the car. He, just like a steamroller, he crawls over my legs before I can barely open the door. He jumps out, so he can be the first in line at McDonald's, obviously. And he jumps out of the car. And then we jump out of the car, and then we jump back in the car. And then Tom just puts click, locks the door, and he's standing in front of Walmart on the sidewalk. And he's sitting there looking at us like this, like
I dare you.
okay, guys, very funny.
yeah. So Tom's sitting there looking back, like, you know what I mean? Like he's. So Tom just starts driving slowly, and as far as I can see the man's eyes, he thought we were joking until I couldn't see the whites of his eyes anymore. Okay.
So mean.
So we're just laughing. We're on Pike Street, which is the main street in Marietta, really, where all like the restaurants are. We're dying laughing on the way back. So we get to the high school. We start telling people, and they're dying laughing, man. Like we were getting high fives, and people were because we were texting all our friends saying, "Hey, get ready." All right. We get back to the high school. There was like a tunnel. People were throwing like graffiti. I mean, it was like a fucking movie. We were heroes of the town, essentially. So, anyways, there was a lot of fanfare at the time. It was fun. It was hilarious. And then a week later, we're driving through the parking lot, and there's these speed bumps. So you have to kind of stop and go slow. And I remember stop, go, slow down, stop, go, slow down, stop. Boom! This guy, we'll call him, what should we call him, Tom? Call him Max, M-A-X. So Max opens the door when we stopped in the parking lot to go to the speed bump, like So we're still in drive.
Parking lot of the school.
Yeah, he opens the door and we already have a car full of people. He jumps in over like in the back seat. He's laying on us. Okay? And I remember just like it was like the jaws of life on my leg laying on me. Okay? And I remember he jumped in. You turn around and I remember, and you were like this. You had to kind of this thing where you pointed like that, Tom. And you said, blank, Max, what are you doing here? We left your ass last week. And he said, just shut up and drive, Tom. I know you guys were kidding. Like, and you just turned around. Okay. You just put it in drive. And I remember thinking, like, you know, the first trip we were dancing, smoking cigars, drinking whiskey. Okay. Like, and there was no conversation, no music at all on this second trip. So there is this point in the road where you can turn left to go to only Walmart, and then you can turn right to go to, like, you know, Wendy's, Taco Bell, McDonald's, Burger King, all these other places that we would go. And I see Tom gets in that left lane, and then at that point, everyone, like, you can hear a pin drop. Like, there was already no one talking. Well, right when Tom did this, everyone was like on high alert. Okay. And I just remember getting there, and I remember thinking on the way there, I remember thinking, like, we have to separate, split up, lose the guy, and then run back to the car and leave his ass. Okay.
But
and
we can't verbally express this to each other because this one isn't planned.
Yeah, we had no plan for this. So I remember thinking, trying to put my thoughts through time and space to put them inside of Tom's head. Okay? So he could think what I'm thinking. Well, we get to Walmart, and Tom, with his, you know, with his forethought and knowledge, he parks in like the back corner of the parking lot, thinking, all right, we got to make a run for this. There ain't no way he's catching us. Okay? So we park there. And do you remember what Max is doing, Tom, the whole way from the car to the Walmart doors?
He's literally grabbing onto my varsity jacket because he knows it's my car. As long as he's with me, he's good.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
literally, like a child. Like a child at a busy county fair is grabbing onto my jacket.
Yes. So, and I remember thinking, all right, boys, we got to split up. I remember thinking that. So something happens. We go to, we get inside, and me and Cody, no, I'm sorry, me and
Jeremy
and Hockenberry, okay? We go into, by the way, Hockenberry's on this channel right now. We go into McDonald's onto the left. And Tom, Max, and Cody, you guys head to the restrooms on the right, which is like in front of Walmart.
Yep.
Man. So this is where the storyline splits into two. So we're sitting there ordering our food, and Jeremy's like, you got to make our food as fast as possible. You know, he's like telling the guy like what's going on. He's like, all right. He was like into it. He's like making our McChickens real fast and stuff like that. So Tom and Cody, you guys go into the restroom. You guys look at the urinals.
Yeah,
look at each other.
We walked
then,
into the restroom.
Yeah.
Cody and I, and again, none of this is planned. We're just making this up as we go. Me and Cody walk in and go right to the urinals. Max walks in behind us, goes into the stall and shuts the door.
Goes to the shitter.
Immediately,
Yeah. You guys
Cody
like,
and I
look at each other.
We grab each other. We start giggling. We take off running back out of there.
Yeah. So, and then it cuts to me. I got my food already. Jeremy is waiting for his food. Okay. And then I hear this, woohoo! Like, I see out of the corner of my eye, this flash of black and orange leather. Okay. The streak of it. Okay. And that is Tom and Jeremy sprinting out of their store with their varsity jackets. And then I pivot. Like I'm throwing shot put. I pivot that back foot. Okay. And I start going after them. And right when I start running out of Walmart, Jeremy was like, I already paid for my food, man. I'm like, Jeremy, leave it. And then right then, Max, like a movie, no joke, no exaggeration, no hyperbole. He falls out of the bathroom with his jeans down to his ankles, struggling to pull him up. And he had white boxers, and this is not a joke, with hearts on them. Okay? White boxers with hearts on them. And he is like got tears in his eyes. Wait! And I remember also when you guys were running out, this lady, this old crippled lady who was running the front end of the cashiers of Walmart, she was like, "You boys, slow down, no running." Okay, so we're running out of there. Okay, we're running out of there. Jeremy and Tom and Cody are in front of me. They're already out the front doors. I'm right behind them. I turn around to make sure Jeremy is behind me. And when I do, there's a bench in front of McDonald's. Jeremy is jumping off the bench in front of McDonald's. And the guy is throwing, I think a cat just shit in here. Fuck! Okay, so the guy, Jesus, a cat did shit in here. God damn it. All right. Anyway, so the guy is throwing the McChicken and Jeremy is catching it over his shoulder in midair, jumping off the bench in front of McDonald's, in front of the cash registers, in front of everybody. And then right when he was in midair, I just remembered so vividly, Max was running around the corner already. Pants up, but unbuttoned and unbuckled. The buckle was swinging everywhere, okay? We sprint to the car. I mean, I broke the 55-meter dash record, but, we get there like that. We pull out, and Max is nowhere in sight. And we always had a mandatory head count every time we got in the car because sometimes things got confusing. People were drunk. They get left behind. So I did a head count, 1, 2, 3. We're missing Jeremy. Oh, my gosh. We pull out. We start driving around the parking lot. And we see that this is like in the front of Walmart, basically where the fire department, the yellow lines are.
Wood Park.
Yeah. Well, Max has a hold of Jeremy, who's a sweet boy. Sweet boy. That's why we always, I have a certain voice I use for Jeremy. Well, Max has a hold of him like this.
Like a bear hug.
Like a bear hug. And I remember Jeremy just, let me go. Let me go, I mean, it was, yeah.
He's holding him off like ransom.
Tom starts
"Give me a Big
driving
Mac
around
or
the
I
parking
kill him."
lot. And we were thinking, all right, we're never going to leave Jeremy. Even we had to call this whole operation off. We're never going to leave Jeremy, okay? Well, eventually, Tom just stopped his car. We opened the door. I got out, and I remember just looking at him. And he just breaks free. Like you heard this kind of exasperated moan. So they're sprinting. And Max, pound for pound, was keeping up for him. Fastest man in the world for like 2 seconds. Well, Jeremy and I lock eyes. I give him one of these little anime glances of reassurance, like one of those. He just turns on the rockets, burns them, jumps in the car, and Tom, you peel out of there. The door wasn't even open. It slammed shut. This guy makes it to the car, tears in his eyes, slams his fist on the windshield. Fuck you! Tears in his eyes. He's like a little crack on the windshield. And dude, what was I doing in the back seat? What were me and Cody doing?
I'm circling the parking lot in the back.
Yeah.
Cody's mooning him, and you've got your dick flopped out,
I got my
smacking
dick
it
out.
against the like, woo!
I'm like, ah! Yeah, motherfucker. Yeah.
What would possess you to pull out your dick in that moment? That's kind of crazy.
I did it all the time back in the day. I used to chase people with it. Can't do that now, but yeah.
You go to jail for that shit
so-
now, son.
Yeah, we get to the high school, and man, it was wild. I remember some people thought, man, you guys are mean. Like, no, you don't get it. You don't understand. He forced it. It's his fault. I'm like screaming, it's his fault, not us, God, it was. But here's the thing. That's not even the whole story.
That's like half.
Like a
Because
week
we have to
later-
get to the house portion of it. Yeah.
Well, pause for 1 second. Somebody asked earlier how far the high school is from Walmart. It's like 5 miles, but like if he was to
Yeah.
walk, it's a hard 5 miles. It'd probably take an hour and 45 minutes to walk from Walmart to the school.
Yeah, and his ass probably take longer. So, anyways, we like a week later, he lets all the air, or he slashes. I can't remember Tom Wire's tires.
Yeah.
You don't slash Tom Wire's tires.
I don't
Tom
completely
Wire
blame
bench
him though.
press. Tom Wire bench pressed 350 pounds as a junior. He don't, we don't slash Tom Wire's tires. So I remember everyone's like, "What are you going to do? What are you going to do, Farley? You got to fire back." Like, you're damn right we're going to fire back. So we devised a plan, and I won't go into the devising. I will go into the execution. We wait until there is, I think, Thanksgiving break. Yeah, so it would have been like, oh my God, it would have been like, what, we're 38? It would have been like
20 years ago.
20 years ago, almost
20,
exactly.
22.
21 years ago.
Yeah.
21 years. Yeah, we were juniors in high school. He was a senior. Yeah, anyway, so no, typical minor. He wasn't the dude that slept in the corridor in the Third Street. This guy never went to the Third Street house. Okay, we'd have to take the roof off and put him in there with a crane to fit him in there. So, all right. Anyways, so we he slashes Tom Wire's tires. He's telling everybody, "Yeah, I slashed his tires." So of course everyone reports back to us. So we go to right before this long weekend. It was like a 4-day weekend or something like that. We went to Dollar General, and there's like 4 or 5 of us. We each buy like 5 cans of Cheese Whiz. So there's like 25 cans. So we go to his locker after school on this 4-day weekend, and we fill it with Cheese Whiz through the vents. And it took like fucking 30 minutes too, because it
Never heard
it
this
took
part of the story.
Yeah. And then we go to our buddy Cody's house, and we spend the night, and we decide at first, because he was out of town, something to do with wrestling. Okay.
And
Even though
Cody
it was
lives on this guy's street.
Yeah. So, dude, we spend the night at Cody's house. I remember I had a really bad cold, but this is where it gets a little gross. Now, I wanted to originally paint his house a different color, but the guys talked me out of it. I remember you come home and your house is like hot pink. You know what I mean? I just remember thinking that was so funny.
I don't know
So
how you
what
would pull that off, but it would have been epic.
Yeah, you paint all. You go there and you paint all night. They come home and the
Yeah.
house is yellow. Like, what the fuck? Okay, so what we did, God, this cat shit in here and it smells terrible. We all pissed and shit into this fucking Lowe's bucket. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I mean, there's like 5 nasty pisses and shits in there, and then
I just remember, dude, being in Cody's basement, and we're like, does anybody actually have to go? And I think Shane was actually the first one. It's like something off of South Park. I just saw him like kneel over this bucket, and he's just like, this turd just falls out into the...
Oh my god, that's horrific.
I was doing like a Dragon Ball Z thing. Like I was charging up, right? Yeah, so this has a piss and shit and maybe a little bit of hot water. So we take this big fucking paint stirrer, and I'm sitting there like Peter Pettigrew and Harry Potter stirring this fucking cauldron. Yeah,
This poo brew.
yeah, it's my poo brew. So, and then we walk over there in the middle of the night holding this bucket with a saw, 2 saws. Okay? So while Tom has a paintbrush and he's putting it in one of those little paint fucking things, rolling it like a paint roller, and he's fucking painting the house, painting the front door like God told the Jews to do, so the angel of death would pass over the door. Okay? And while he's doing that, Cody and I are chopping down his mother's. We didn't know it was his mother's at the time. We didn't know what we were doing.
This is the most evil part of this story.
We chopped down this dogwood tree in the front yard, which is like, I think it's like the state tree, isn't it, or something? It's illegal to cut down. We didn't know that at the time. Okay. So we cut this fucker down, and dude, it's taken forever because I'm trying not to make any noise. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. So I'm cutting this fucker down, like,
And we're laughing. It's the middle of the night, and we're just cracking up while we're doing this in the dark.
yeah. And I remember that thing falls, and it's like, it fucking falls across the street, hits a car on the other side.
Holy moly!
And we're like, woohoo! We're like, woohoo! God, we're like laughing. I remember I fell and I rolled over the saw, and it didn't cut me.
Wow.
We go back to Cody's house after the
Oh yeah,
shit all over the
I forgot about this part.
after the shit and piss all over the house, and dude, after and of course Jeremy, he puts a bunch of plastic forks in the yard. Whoop-de-doo, he thought it was a big fucking deal. But he put a
That'll
bunch
show him.
yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so there's plastic forks in the yard. There's shit on the front of the house. There's their dogwood tree cut down across the yard, across the road, laying on the top hood of another car.
That was a hell of a tree.
And then we get there
was.
to Cody's house, and for some reason we have this Freudian slip. We all just take this naked ass picture of ourselves. And then we start passing around school and telling people the story.
Well, and
Yeah, well, I mean,
the crazy
yeah.
part of it is I didn't know at the time that the picture, because it's like, this is what, 2004, 2000. So like, it's just like
Yeah.
a Polaroid, right? Like, so I didn't know at the time that it had been passed around school, and I'm sitting in class the following like Tuesday, and there's these two girls in the back of the class, like giggling. And I happened to turn around, and as soon as I looked at them, their faces turned like beet red. And I could see them looking at something, and they're like leaning in, looking up. I'm like, what are they laughing at? Well, it wasn't until later in the day, after talking to these guys, that I found out that somehow that picture got circulated,
Yeah.
and they were looking at the picture
Yeah.
of us
Yeah.
with our junk hanging out.
Yeah.
What I don't understand why that was the celebration, getting naked and taking a Polaroid picture. That doesn't
don't know,
make any sense.
I think it's some kind of tribal, deep human. I don't know, like because a lot of this is a metaphor for war. Okay, and lots of times when someone won a war, they would be very violent, bad conquests. All right, especially for the other teams. So I think that was just like a manifestation of like, all right, well, we're not going to reap any rewards of the enemy, so we'll just get naked and take pictures. I don't know.
Did you
what it
ever
was.
hear from Max's family or law enforcement?
Well, it's funny that you say that. I remember like later that week, Tom and I were in weight training. We're just getting dressed in the locker room, and our coach, he's in there with another one of our coaches. He's like, Farley Wire, get in here. I heard this crazy story. Like, oh, what's that, coach? Well, so I'm not going to say the last name. Let's just say Max's parents. Max's parents were at wrestling practice, and they were crying, talking about how someone cut down his wife's dogwood tree and put feces all over the porch. And I remember Tom and I were sitting there with a straight face.
I am sitting there summoning every bit of willpower
Yeah.
not to crack a smile or laugh, because anytime I was around Shane, I couldn't keep a straight face at all.
You do it now in reactions. I'll just look at you.
Yeah.
I'll look at you because, like, for no reason, and you just start laughing. Well, I remember thinking, like, I can't look at you because you will just start laughing. Well, I remember sitting there with the straightest face going, yeah, we heard about that. God, sick people. Troublemakers. Yeah, it's terrible. Get one of those.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, pretty, they knew it was us. You know what I mean? And then I remember going out of the locker, walking out of the office, and they're like, ha ha, like laughing because everyone hated this kid. Okay.
Whatever happened to Max?
Well, I don't know. Probably got diabetes. But anyways, so he, that's not the end of the story. Like a week later, we got called in the principal's office because Jeremy, we all got interrogated. And of
Jeremy
course,
broke. He broke.
yeah. So an officer. I like the guy a lot, actually.
Officer Noel?
No, officer. I don't think I should say his name on here.
Oh,
Um,
I know who you're
don't
talking
know
about.
I mean, actually, I don't know if it matters. I mean, he was a
I probably
He's a
wouldn't. Just
he's
play
a
it
public
safe. I
servant.
wouldn't.
okay. Well, I mean, he just called us in and he was just like, yeah, your boys already told me you did it. I said, well, if they said that, I don't know what they said. I can't control what comes out of their mouth. I'm telling you, nothing happened. We would never, never do something like that. And for you to suggest that I, Shane Farley, someone of high moral character, would poop on a porch and cut down like a hardworking mother's tree. No, I love my mother. I would never, look at me, never do something like that.
You sound like
Okay.
Ferris Bueller.
Yeah. So, anyways, eventually, what happens? He comes. He brings. I can't remember the next part. All I remember is Jeremy got in there and he told Jeremy, "Yeah, Shane and Tom and Cody already said that you guys did it." And he's like, "Well, gosh dang it, it was their idea," And he just fucking starts singing.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh.
And fucking this, I love the guy, but he just cracked. I remember being in a lunchroom going, "Why the fuck did you say anything? You don't understand. With all this pressure, I didn't know they could lie." I'm like, "Yes, they lie, Jeremy. They lie." God. So we had to pay for a new tree. We just, and honestly, I drive by there every once in a while when I'm feeling down, just to look at this land that we conquered. Okay. And just for a good laugh. And
Well, the
yeah, they
crazy
didn't
thing is, like, we
Yeah.
were juniors, so we were all still juveniles.
yeah,
They actually were pretty cool with us because they're like, "Hey, listen, everyone just chip in the money to buy a new tree, and we'll just call it square." Like, I don't think our parents never found out about that.
Wow, really?
Mom,
don't
I
think
hope
so.
you're not watching.
we just
So
need
is
to
the
buy
new
it. We need
tree?
to- yeah, they didn't buy it though, or if they did, they didn't plant it there.
Oh.
They probably knew better. They
I was
probably
hoping
planted
to
it in
hear
state
it.
park.
I was hoping to hear it was like replanted and it's bigger than the old one.
No, they
Well,
cut that
we've
fucker down.
long surmised about concocting this elaborate hoax of befriending him after all these years and leaving him one last time.
Yeah.
And live streaming it. Oh, that'd be epic.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's pretty much the story. We had some more friction with the guy. I mean, there's one other thing. This guy in class, he pinned. Like I was in the back of the classroom, and I remember he comes up to the desk and pushes his belly into it, pinning me there, and he starts trying to slap me, and I'm like trying to block it. And this guy weighed like 150 pounds more than me, or 250 pounds more than me probably. And I remember I push him off, stand up, and the teacher, Mr. McCauley, he just watching. He just he just laughing.
Laughing.
Mr. McCauley.
One thing I remember is when we left him twice. He said, "Fool me once, boys, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me." I remember that's what he said. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I remember Tom gets up. It helped that LM was there probably watching. I'll just say that. This girl at the time. Tom gets up. I will never get this. He gets up, grabs Nicholson's book, walks out of the door to the classroom, and he walks outside because it's right. We have our school was in this valley, and on all the floors on each side there's these exits that will take you to the outside of the building. We're like on the bottom floor here. Or, I don't know. Actually, we're Macaulay, so we're at the third floor. But I remember you walk out, and Tom grabs like a fucking bodybuilder. He grabs this guy's book and just rips it and throws it into the woods. And Macaulay our teacher would just like, he was laughing.
He's
And he
cracking
said,
up.
"Don't fuck with my friends." And then no one said anything. Everyone was quiet.
Damn,
I'll never
son.
forget that. I'll never forget that. Yeah.
Damn.
And honestly, he never really messed with us ever again. Kind of after that.
Well, not only that, but like there was this like kind of cool thing that happened because he was kind of known as this bully to a lot of the underclassmen, even in like football and stuff.
Yeah.
And he kind of pretty much left everybody alone after that. It
He
was
was
like
broke-
kind of that vanquishing of evil, right? Like that one of those medieval stories of vanquishing evil and vanquishing the monster, and the villagers and the peasants are all saved by the brave, heroic, handsome knights.
Yeah. Yeah. Very handsome. Yes. And that's just probably one of like, I don't know, 10 stories I had. That might be the best story, but I mean, it was, I don't know, like people talked about it for years, even after we graduated. So
Yeah, I remember you telling me that, I don't know how long ago it was, but it's been since I've been on the channel that Malachi said something about like people were still talking about it like that year. So it's been within the last couple, maybe 3 years.
well, I know that the coaches that are still there know about it. So I think they told the story how we took Secrets' desk outside for April Fool's Day. Remember that?
Oh, I remember that story.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, I'm the only one that got in fucking trouble for that. So we took his desk outside during April Fool's, and we put everything on the desk. So it was like exactly just like in the movie Toy Soldiers. So his chair was there, everything was exactly the way it was inside. And we had a buddy named Steve, who he's a fantastic man. You guys probably know the Samurai Steve story. I remember by himself, he took Rabini's desk outside, and he just to copycat us, and no one talked about it, and Rabini wasn't there that day. So he's like, "What?" And like the funny story is he just did it by himself, and it was like hell. So where's Zach? He is asleep. I did call him to see if he wanted to jump on. He just couldn't do it because it was late. Not gonna lie, if you watched him in the Blind Way videos, you would never think he was so capable, my dude. Well, I hope that's a compliment. Anyways, so it's kind of late, guys. We've been talking for a while, but we do try to do these every Friday. Tomorrow, Malachi will be doing his video game stream of Telltale's The Walking Dead. So we're in the middle of episode 3, and we'll probably play through the rest of that and probably start 4. Anyways, any final words from the chat? Anyone else want to say hello, leave an impactful comment?
I'm actually going to be there, in 2 days?
Yeah, you'll
James,
you'll
I'm
be
going
here.
back down Sunday, Monday.
What are you guys recording?
We got to record. I thought you knew this.
I didn't know this. This is news to me.
Well, you got to come because we're at the end of Archer.
Oh, golly.
Hey, Steve never owned me in Smash Brothers. That never happened. Ever. No one ever owned me in Smash Brothers. Like Gus. And he doesn't own me anymore. So, you mentioned Liana playing Life is Strange. That would be a great game for her. So, we'll keep down the list. We'll see. Anyway, so I hope we didn't just peak with her. I hope we didn't just have our best podcast there. We got more stories. Honestly, I really just want to talk about the things that came out over the week, but we always end up talking about other stuff.
And
Anyways,
one last
guys,
thing.
Yeah.
Last thing. LeBron only scored 8 points 2 nights ago and broke his streak of 10-point games.
I know,
was
but
awesome.
Nick Wright tried to spin it like, hey, he did that to win the game instead of trying to keep his record, right?
Hogwash.
Yeah, LeBron, I'm not going to go into that. I could have a podcast on just how much.
We can talk about that at another time. But everybody, thank you for joining us and all the questions, comments.
Yeah.
We'll see you next Friday.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, guys, much love. Thank you. And we will see you next time.